I did it again, Chad! Dang it! My bad. Actually, you know what? Have some faith that I'm doing the right thing. Okay, ridiculous. The bots have been slain! Men to wolves! Ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching the king of Indianapolis, the leader of the people of the court, Captain Vice America, whatever, and gosh darn tootin' something he said before his name, a man that is way too good at Minesweeper, the Bate Beast, and anything else that you can possibly think of. The eye in the eye of corn, Zealand is here! Oh, dude, this is when I'm supposed to go, isn't it? Shoot. I can do this. What's up, chat? How are we doing today? We're feeling good. We've got a cup final. That's literally the first thing we're doing. I see Parfait chatting for the first time with Golden Bacon. Man, you look good. Chris Sue, thank you so much for the 6 months. And we've had an anonymous gifted sub. Thank you for the anonymous gifted sub. Whoever you are, kind soul, thank you so much. Get me out of the club. No! You ever seen hits? Just keep it right here. What headphones do you use? The Arctis Pros, because I'm a professional streamer. Yeah! Love the intro. Vibes immaculate. Always immaculate. We're feeling good today. One thing we need to remember to do, because we forgot to do it yesterday, and we definitely want to remember to do it, and that is... Hi, YouTube! Hello, YouTube! Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Hope you've had a wonderful day in the future. Streakeroni, thank you so much for the 4 months, Rolian. You're building that streak. Power streaks only. We did it. We did it. We said hi to YouTube. Oh my goodness, we've done it. All right, guys. I went back and offered trials to dudes. If you remember at the end of the stream yesterday, we were offering trials to players at the Under-20 World Cup. I went out and offered some more. Loving all the bacon. I'm loving you, Canuck. Hey, Canuckles, thank you for the 5 months, dude. Oh, Canada. I mean... to be fair, that's exactly how I say sheesh. Can't really hold that against him. Sheesh. Yes, there you go. Quick Trip Jesus. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. You played without us? Well, I went through and found as many people as possible that I could offer trials to. So yes, They're not free agents. No, they're at actual clubs. But I went back here to show you the guys. This is Sergio Lima, right? Looks decent. Barrios. I mean, all these guys can be bad. Honestly, this guy looks pretty sick. If that ability is like real on a 16-year-old, I'm off my rocker. The rest of these guys are pretty like standard operating procedure, you know, probably not great, but they're not terrible. All right, the only thing on our schedule today is the Portuguese Cup final. We have won 6 consecutive matches after our elimination at the hands of Atletico Madrid in extra time. A match that if it was regular time, we would have won. But of course, we went to extra time, and then we lost. Nice. So what's wrong with the commands not working? I don't know what's happened here. Let's open Strelemans. All right, stream elements, and then we have chatbot, chat commands. Should be okay. It's dead. I cannot I mean, it looks alive at least, right? Everybody spam commands. I forgot we had a thylacine command. Does that? Nah, it doesn't work anymore. Dang. Brutal. I want to see the thylacine command. I forgot we had a command about the coolest extinct animal that ever existed. Kwang Liangbo. We are single-handedly bolstering this Chinese national team, man. Single-handedly. 35 players on international duty. They're all youth players. Plot twist. Zealand, what's breakfast today? Excellent question. Carnation instant breakfast, little pouch you mix into your morning glass of milk. Some people think it's not still alive. Dude, you ever been to Tasmania? Tasmania's not that big. Right? It's not that big. Tasmania's a pretty tiny place. Right? I drove around it. It'd be really hard to hide like an actual wolf-sized animal on that island without somebody seeing it at some point. I'll be honest with you. It's kind of like the Bigfoot thing for me, where I'm like, yeah, I really want it to be there. I think it'd be sick if it was there, right? And it is a very, very small chance that it is. But I find it really hard to believe in that area, something that size has not been like, oh, shoot, there it is. You know, like, hello. Aren't you in the Strelemans Discord? I mean, I am. Let me go pop in. I can't imagine there'd be anything weird in it, but I just better safe than sorry after accidentally leaking all of my credit card information. Yeah, I am. Here it is. It's all the way down at the bottom. So what I just help desk Twitch, maybe? Ladies and gentlemen, it is down on all channels. The devs are on it, according to Stream Elements staff. So this is a global Stream Elements chatbot issue. It is not just ours that is broken. Alas, that is probably good news because they are devoting a boatload of resources to figuring it out right now, which is great. Go us. They're gonna get it fixed. Good idea. I hope you're... I am joking. Yes, I was joking. I've accidentally leaked my IP address multiple times, then I have to go through the process of resetting everything to reset my IP. So I am not impervious to making stupid mistakes on what I accidentally show on stream, but usually I'm pretty good. I'm just waiting for IL to be like, he's not. He's definitely not. I wonder what the first thing someone would buy would be. If I leaked my credit card information, what is the first charge that would come through? If you had Zealand's credit card, right? My credit card. What is the only thing you could buy? One thing. What would you buy? Jaffa Cakes? FM22, fair enough. Jaffa Cakes is an acceptable answer. A sub to the channel. Honestly, pretty solid deal there. There are a handful of teams that have claimed back-to-back triumphs, and clearly defending the Taca de Portugal is one of the toughest tasks a team can face. It'd be very tough. The opposition want this as much as we do. Number of people have seen our win over Benfica is very important. Look, of course, beating Benfica is important. This game will be one of the biggest of the season, and all the ODFC fans are going to be watching with high expectations. Will we see any changes? I'm not going to discuss tactics before the match, but we are within a match day of the cup final. Yay! Gil Vicente. I'd buy Jack Grealish. Who said Jack Grealish? Zealand merch. Funny you should bring that up. Actually, very funny you should bring that up. Because today is the 1-year anniversary of High Score Tees, which means all this chicness, all these very soft things and stickers and mugs and pictures of my brothers modeling my shirts, which is actually the best thing on the internet. How about my dad modeling my, look at that. I mean, this is not safe for the internet right here. Look at that man in that hat. Unbelievable. Look at that, right? The entire store is 10% off today because it is the birthday of High Score Tees, the lovely company that I work with that does this merch that is very accommodating. They do a fantastic job. And one of the founders absolutely loves the stream. And so we are like in the top version of everything, you know. The, yeah, all of this available for you. Boom. Check it. All right. Even my grandfather wears Zealand merch. My dog wears Zealand merch. Chat. My dog. My dog wears Zealand merch. My dog is cooler than you. It's 10% off all day. So it's funny you should mention that. It's amazing what a $10 little PayPal payment can do, right? We've got a couple of lookups, actually. We've got a lookup for... Yo. Did we refund Kuchenbach for that lookup?
Dragoons,
oh, we did,
whose
yeah.
Fantastic football is making us swoon. With Chinese babes the team arose, we are going to win the Liga NOS.
We sing our song for the mighty Dragoons, whose fantastic football's making us swoon. With Chinese babes, the team arose. We are going to win Liga NOS. Pultz, I love it. It's a fabulous song, Pultz. Thank you. HT, congrats on the year, man. Thank you for the 12 months. Wait. Did Zealand, you follow the stream, dude? Why don't you answer any of my whispers? What do you want from me to have your name? I whispered you a lot, I think. It was a while ago. Here, let me hide whispers from other people. Let me find this. Yeah, I whispered you a lot. You want to talk sometime? The real Zealand's here, dude. The real Zealand's part of the freaking Hammers. I have too many accounts. That's fair. I literally sent him all these messages. I was like, yo, we can make a YouTube video out of it. Like, do you want money? Like, are you active? Like, I was just like trying to figure out what was going on. Because I'm over here with the I in my name. You know, you feel me? It's okay. It's not the first time that somebody's gonna, you know, not answer my DM. I don't really care. I think it's super cool that you're here. You've been part of the Hammers for 3 months. I just think it's really cool you're here. Honestly, I don't even care anymore. Like, I've grown fond of the I would love to have the name, but it's yours and you're welcome to keep it. We need more Zealands in the world. I think it's really neat that you're here. Cosner, thank you for the 2 months. I stand for Clubbing. Yo, yes. Wow. Zealand is here. I don't even know. With a real Zealand, please stand up. No, it's not me. Dang it. Shoot. Fiddlesticks. That ain't me. Christian Arnstad. So this is the guy on the player lookup. 27-year-old Norwegian. He's playing for Birmingham City. Starts at Anderlecht. Right, broke into the Anderlecht team and then went on a free move to Leeds. Leeds doing outrageous business. Free move. Dude plays 9 Premier League matches over 4 years. Gets a loan to Crystal Palace to play 14 games in the Championship. Objectively bad. Gets a $1.4 million move to Troyes and plays a lot for 4 years. He plays really well in Ligue 1 and then moves to Birmingham City in the Premier League. And now he's playing a lot better. 19 appearances last year, this past season, 6.95 rating. Looking good. Looking good in the Prem, you know? One, Birmingham City's in the Premier League and didn't get relegated. They finished 14th. Derby, Bournemouth, and Brentford are going down. Everton survives with Norwich, Leeds, Birmingham, Sheffield, Wolves, Fulham, and Burnley. Hello. Brighton's in 5th. Cool. That's a great career trajectory, honestly, for this guy. He's turned some corners, you know what I'm saying? The other 2 were gifted and the last one wasn't. That's fair. That makes sense. I understand why somebody would have randomly gifted at Zealand every once in a while. Are we buying Zealand? Yeah, what's the first thing you'd buy with my credit card information? Readdressing that question, the name Zealand. I like that. Pasta Nova, thank you so much for the Twitch Prime. Yeah, guys, I didn't know if you knew the real Zealand is here right now. The real Zealand is here right now. It's all been a lie. He won the Check and Trade trophy with the Leeds U20 whatevers, 23s. I think that's it, though. I think that's all he's done. All right, boys, cup final. We're going to win this one for the real Zealand, okay? I always knew you were fake. Sometimes you want to say that you're fine, but you're not, you know? Tang Vinay. He's not very good. So here's my question. Did you pick the name Zealand because it's your actual name? And I'm not saying that as in like, well, it's my actual name. I'm saying that in like, is there another person named Zealand? Like, is your name Zealand? That would be really cool. Or are you from New Zealand, which would also be cool? You know what I mean? Jose Matias should be dropped by Angola. He's got 45 caps. Will you chill? Oh my God, Champions League final! Arsenal! Arsenal, no! Arsenal! Chelsea's won it again. Arsenal can't pull off the upset. Oh, Arsenal. None, sadly. Well, it's still a cool name. At least I hope so. Hey, I hope you think so. I'm stuck with it, so. Well, I liked it, yeah. David Wyuden. Literally the difference maker, David Wyuden. I mean, what goal did David Wyuden score? You know? The legend of David Wyuden. Okay. Champions League final. Oh, too easy for David Wyuden. Where's the defense, Gunners? Well, it's their first time in the Champions League in over 10 years. They got within one goal of winning the whole thing. That's a very respectable run. Big win for the Serbs. 4-0. Okay. Is group stage done? Yeah. So we've got Turkey and Australia going through over Peru and Honduras. Spain and South Korea through, with Costa Rica going through with them. Brazil. Oh my God, the Solomon Islands! We stand! I love it. The name was there to be taken, and sadly I was the one that took it, as I have plenty of other accounts. So what's the logic behind having like a ton of Twitch accounts? I have two. I have one that I use to like do stream tests, like to test connection and stuff. And then I obviously have this one. Do 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 do. The Solomon Islands is through, chat. To the knockout stages, the Under-20 World Cup. Burkina Faso has the egg on its face. El Salvador knocked out Ivory Coast as well. Serbia and China through. France and Mexico through. Colombia out with South Africa. Iraq is through. Ukraine, Cameroon, Iraq, and New Zealand with no points. Apparently the second best team in Oceania, because freaking Solomon Islands went out there and found a win. Apparently we play after the Champions League final against Gil Vicente, because that makes sense. The real curtain dropper is this. Do do do. Not really stuck with it. You could legally change your name if you wanted to. I guess that's true, Mom. But I like the name Zealand. Other Zealand, she was just getting confusing. She was talking to me. I just have them for the names, to be honest. You make money off them. Oh, dude, you're one of those people. Honestly, I always kind of wanted to be one of those people. I wanted to be smart enough that I could see a trend coming and then just get a bunch of like names that people would want, I guess. Good call on the Zealand, by the way. Daher just broke the average ratings record. Yeah, I know that that's a thing where like you set up. Somebody did that with the Tampa Bay Rays, the baseball team in Tampa, where they wanted their name to be the Rays, but somebody bought the rights to the Rays, like the trademark, and so they had to be the Devil Rays for like a decade. And then the trademark ran out and they switched to the Rays.
Almost a year of bacon. Better check my cholesterol levels.
They're probably not good after a year of bacon, I'm not gonna lie to you, but thank you so much for the 11 months, Trouble Man. You're almost at that silver bacon, you know what I'm saying? Almost. 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 Zealand's respect for Zealand just dropped. I hoped that whoever had the name's name was Zealand. I realized that was probably a long shot, but that was the hope. Oh, this guy's good. 16-year-old Sostene Gnolu from ASEC Mimosas. Is he on trial with me right now, or we're scouting him? Sostene Gnolu. Should be somewhere in here. Ivory Coast. Here we go. There he is. Okay. Who else are we looking at besides Sostene Gnolu? Altamiro Albernaz. God, these names, dude. Right, let's move on. Niels Verhagen. I've looked at Niels Verhagen so many times. Elite striker. Oh my God, he's got 9 finishing. Get out of my fudge. Out of the fudge. Keaston Henry. Scout. Axel Vizorki. I mean, the deal's pretty good. The player's not. So I guess that makes the deal, like, not as good, according to my calculations. This guy's not bad. This guy is Vasilis Sigios. If I was like Barcelona and I had this and I had just unlimited money, I'd probably buy that guy. It's one of those where, like, I'm gonna take a flyer, you know. I'll take a flyer on this guy. There's a chance that if he hits the top of that, it'll be good.
Pogme smile.
Con Riddle, thank you. We can talk later, though. I got you. All right. Before you were born, what were your dreams? I was probably just trying to make it to, like, you know, the world. Right? I was probably just trying to be born. I feel like that would be my goal. And that at that point, like, I really just want to, like, be born. Champions League winners for goalkeeper, no. Daher just won Defender of the Year in the Champions League. Carolinen was second for midfielder. Daher, congrats on some more silverware. The Argentine left back who has cemented himself. Matus, Leonard, and Posselsberg. Honestly, just going to go with a 1 month end of contract. Yeah, Barcelona are 1.5 billion in debt, but not in the game. Con Riddle, thank you again, though, man. I appreciate that a ton. Everybody subscribe so I can buy the name Zealand. At least the guy exists. I thought it was an inactive account. Did we win Liga NOS? Yes, we did. Benfica just fumbled everything down the stretch. They were so bad down the stretch. I don't even know what happened to them. They really just, like, fumbled. The league squad registration rules change over the years. I believe it's possible for them to change over the years, but it's not something that you should count on, and it's something you'll probably never run into. But I do think it is in the game that they can change. I don't know what would cause it. I've never personally experienced it. So I don't have much insight other than the fact that the way that it's, like, set up and designed and the way you get your notifications every year, it does act like they can change. I don't know what, like, why they would. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why they would. Do you think that Barca will have the debt in the game? Yeah, I think they will. You can probably talk to Twitch about the name thing. You can't talk to Twitch about anything, dude. Anything. Like, you cannot talk to Twitch about anything. I can be like, hey, you know, what would I even need? I don't know. Twitch doesn't exist as, like, something that you can interact with. They don't. When I got banned for DMCA, the only reason I ever talked to them about it was because I sent, like, multiple claims through the thing. They never talked to me. I actually did a while ago message Twitch about the name. I'll get, you know, through the freaking partner support. They never responded, so they're held it. Jeff Bezos was busy trying to figure out how to get to space again. Jeffy B, baby. Yeah. Let's go. Let's split the middle. Logical. 27. It's not the middle. Well, 20. Yeah, like 26 is the middle. Let's split the middle. 26. Logical. Between 1 and 51. I mean, it's not the middle. It's 25 and a half. I hate thinking. Ansi's 4 stars. What are you talking about? Start Duarte. I was thinking about it, dude. I was thinking about it. Barrientos has been questionable at best. Questionable at best. I do loathe thinking. Chat. Ray Kid, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Hammers, my dude. And Stoner Bus, I appreciate the Prime as well. Enjoy the bacon next to your name, the emotes. Make sure you get in the subsection of the Discord as well. How many more seasons do you feel like it'll take to win? I mean, look, every year from here on out, we could win it. We are good enough that every year from here on out, we could win it. No, it's not time for that. Ali Fowler. Palmeiras could play in this cup final, but he doesn't really even know the position yet. That's just not something I can make myself do here. Mabasso as a sub. We've got JJ Min, who is some way short of full fitness, but he's fine. We have Hishin lurking around. And we've got Samudio. Samudio's the golden bullet off the bench. We have Todorov. And then we have Hishin. And then Carbajal and Duarte. Let's compare you with Barrientos. Backwind always reminds me of the UCL final with Bate. It's the same light. I bring it when I'm in a spot I don't have time to put up, like, you know, the flags and the lights and everything. It preserves the immaculate vibes. It's still Barrientos, especially with his big game experience. It's still Barrientos. Where's Pavlovich? Drop JJ here. Go Pavlovich, Hishin, Samudio, Borges. The bench is the question. We have our starting lineup in place. Like, we have the guys that we want to play in this match that are going to start. The only question was the Barrientos move, but we're going to keep... This might very well be the last time you see Kevin Barrientos in an ODFC uniform. It is very possible that that's the case. And so watch it and drink it in, because it's been a long ride, and hopefully he can give us one more performance before we really work hard to negotiate his move out here.
Good luck in the final. Quick question, how can you improve/remove the inconsistency trait, and how much do you consider this when making signings?
If it's deep red, I consider it a problem. Otherwise, if it's deep green, I consider it a huge advantage. Otherwise, a minor inconvenience or a minor plus. It does not change a lot throughout the course of a career. Even with mentoring, the most I've seen it change is like 2, maybe 3. And so it is a very stagnant, that's even with good mentoring. It's a very stagnant attribute live. Thank you for the 13 months.
Go Dragons.
My head hurts. I need water. All right, team's ready, chat. I only have one question. Are you? All right, hold on. Get you where you need to be here, there, sailor. All right, here we go. Cup final. I mean, let's be honest. We really expect ourselves to win this, chat. We really expect ourselves to win this match. Absolutely, 100% expect ourselves to win this match. Zealand's big game's finally upon us. Can you win the Taca de Portugal de Black Card today? We've given ourselves a great platform to build on. The idea is to put them on the... Okay. Let's go, baby. Let's go. A raging potato. Thank you for the 2 months. I appreciate it. Ericatron, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Hammers. Solemn, thank you for the 5 months as part of the Hammers as well. Don't be fooled. Thank you for the 5 months. You guys are all about to hit that silver bacon, and we're underway. Us and Gil Vicente going with that 4-2-3-1. We do struggle against this team. We've got to win this game. We have to win this game. We have to win. Get in. Nice touch, Kevin. He could not do that when he got here. Oh, and he's playing a ball as well. Oh, Barrientos. Amazing. Pereira. Ah! Nice. Eastgren. Oh, dang it. All right. No. No. Ref. No. Ref. 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 Did money change hands? No. This is clean, ref. This is clean. No, and no head up and no. He waved it off, right? Bro! I thought he waved it off. Come on, Garai. Garai stones these all the time. Ricardo, Great penalty keeper, Ricardo Garay. Naturally. At least they got their only shot. You know, I appreciate that. Let's get this up to attacking now. Let the boys run at him for a little bit. Away with you, Joe Anderson. Nice work, Garay. That is, that's clean. It's good play. It's a really good punt out to Boysen Philander. Boysen! Oh, he's by one. Back post. Silva! Come on, lads! Up the Dragons! Great ball by Boysen Philander, makes it happen, flips it up to King Zhao, who nods it down. Win this trophy for the fans. They've been magnificent. They deserve the success. I have faith in you. I have faith in you as well, Nikolaus. Just two guys I feel like I need to tell I have faith in them. 1-1, second half, 45 minutes for a trophy. For the Portuguese Cup, the Taca de Portugal. Hansi, a little overcooked, a little over barbecued there, boss. Yeah, I mean, look, Silva scored so many Kevin, not Sam Lino. Just flatten him, just run him over. That works too. Great ball, Hansi. Give João Silva a chance to run. Silva. Oh, it's just a good defensive play all around to get a foot in there. Woo! It was a good ball. And you'd back Pereira to get on the end of that most of the time. Ooh, Katsikis. Boysen Philander. He's got him! Unsi Karolainen from the heavens. Boysen Philander just getting this space, flipping the ball up. They're not marking in the air. They're not marking us well enough. We've got the lead, and now we just got to defend Sam Lino, which is a freaking impossible task sometimes. Nice touch. Terrible pass to you by Daher. Cerna, like the run, like the pass. Oh, what a save. That's some outstanding goalkeeping to keep it 2-1. Play him back. One more goal and this one's over. They can't create anything right now. We need to take advantage of our momentum. Cerna, Ali. I thought that was low enough. I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was low enough. Not changed anything. You go back to positive though. A little out of sorts right now. Give me Borges for Pereira. We're just out of sorts, dude. Defending throw-ins is freaking impossible. You tell everybody to go to the box and they're always out of position. And then they have to recover. They're running everywhere except for where they're supposed to. Like, it's always like this, the long throw-in. It's like, so, like repercussions. far beyond what you expect from just trying to get recovered into a position from a throw-in. Ref, please. Ref, you gave them that one. You gave them the earlier one. It is only fair. Ref, I have at least $20 in my wallet right now. Come on. I mean, that's at least a nice trip to the movie theater. What in the Okay. Whatever, man. Alright, we're gonna do the drop Katsikis for Todorov operations so that we can get a dilp out there. The dilp could be life-changing. Todorov's a wonderful passer. We've seen it firsthand all the time. Attaboy Silva. Attaboy Silva. Hi, no. That's an overcomplicated ball. Very easy ball for them to win, honestly. Daher, I don't even know, man. Thank you, Kevin. I got out-bribed. Clearly, I got out-bribed. Zhao, this would be a nice time. It's always, you know, like, I don't know why he's taking that, man. Boyson, you've got... Oh, because I literally have him taking it. Oh, well, that's a dumb thing to say. That's all my fault. Boyson's actually a little bit better on free kicks. Oh, we got 6 minutes of stoppage time, so... Oh, my goodness. Oh, wait, this should just be a highlight here anyways, right? Oh! 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 Oh, you just can't write this! Surely the cup winner! Oh, what a legend this man is! Kevin Barrientos has won ODFC the cup with the last kick of the match. On what is very likely his final game for his boyhood club. And that's surely done them now. Kevin Barrientos, one last time perhaps, in the red.
Big Kevin Sergio Barrientos.
Magnifico, thank you so much for the 4 months as part of the Hammers, dude. Throw that trophy up. Big Kevin. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. History in a final bow from perhaps the greatest defender in ODFC history, the talismanic Kevin Barrientos. There are rumors of his departure this summer, but he's gone and won ODFC a deserved cup against the indomitable Gil Vicente. 3-2. And ladies and gentlemen, for the second consecutive year, we have won the league and the major cup in Portugal, which is amazing. It's beyond our wildest dreams just 2 years ago that we were going to be this good. And you know what time it is. That would be time to celebrate. ODFC 3, Gil Vicente 2. Taca de Portugal's headed back to Lisbon. A joy to behold, Barrientos grabbing one at the end, as he always does in the big moment.
Hello, Mr. Shannon. You finally broke the curse and held Sam Lino in check and won against Gil Vicente, thanks to Kevin Barrientos, who has scored so many late game winners in many big matches. Rumors say he might be leaving soon. How much will you miss him?
ODFC Fan TV, thank you for the $5 donation. If you haven't seen the ODFC Fan Twitter account, check it out. Another unofficial ODFC account that does a great job. Kevin Barrientos there's never going to be another player quite like Kevin Barrientos. I'd take a shower every day if I could, you know. I'd take a shower every day. Because that means we're winning things. We take that. There we go. Today's it. Alrighty. There we go. Okay. Hey, man. I heard we just won the cup. Is that true? Look at that. A little back-to-back action. We're looking like Porto 2.0 out here. I heard you looked great. Hit out 325,000 bonuses for winning too. Right, let's get this press conference done and get ourselves into a nice chill off seat. You won it multiple times now. Your real affinity for the guy. I love this competition. You know, it's a really fun historical cup, honestly. I'm absolutely delighted to win this competition. It's a huge achievement. What sort of impact do you think that had? Great time to score right before the half. You concerned about Norbert Naj?
Just in time to see we won the cup. Let's go Z in a shocker Z and Zianx Z in Portilla.
Yeah, baby. Audit, thank you so much for the tier 1. Appreciate it. Yeah, the housemate. Oh, yeah, definitely. Regular end of season, 100%. Bernardo Pereira has surprised some experts by admitting we deserve that late goal. He's a good guy. He's obviously a very good coach. We play some very tough, good matches with Gil Vicente. I mean, they're a physical team. They know how to play to give us a hard time, and they do it. You know? Portuguese Magnifico, thank you so much for the 4 months. And Audit, I appreciate the tier 1. Enjoy the bacon and the emotes. And Knopfler, glad you came at the right time. Congrats on your Twitch child. And thank you for the 9 months. Where's Barrientos going in for... I think he believes he's not good enough to be a regular player, Walter Mabasso. Really? Well, he's kind of right. He's definitely never going to be a regular player. Silva, can you resolve this? I doubt it. Let's just talk to him. Kevin? Oh, okay. We're fine. Never mind. He's all right. He's just having a bit of a crisis of confidence, you know? A bit of a crisis of confidence. That guy's professional. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Gonzalo Guzman. Really doubt this guy's going to be rated as highly as he is right now after a rescout. Really doubt it. Okay, guys. Off-season plans. Team building in order to try and win the Champions League. Team building in order to try and win the Champions League. We've made a couple of great signings. You know, I think we've got some good guys joining on July 1st. I do. In 29 days or whatever. Well, let's put a bow on this season first. A fabulous treble, if you include the Super Cup, but 2 huge trophies that we battled all season for. We were able to get them. I mean, that was an incredible end, an incredible effort. Just great work overall. Busy season in the transfer market. Safe to say some good business, bringing in some key new signings who contributed hugely to this season's success. We've got Katsikis, who was the signing of the season. Nice. We also had Benshea, Duarte, Kiseno, Tulani Sabia, Pavlovich, Ali Fowler. Oh boy. Alensik, Benny Sheeman, Korats, Mario Guimaraes, Brian Romero, Luke Edwards, of course.
Congrats on winning
signing.
3 trophies. Now surely trying to get all 4 domestic trophies has to be the goal next season, right?
We lost in the semifinals of the freaking League Cup, dude. It drives me crazy, but yes, delighted with the season. Average home attendance was 92% full. I love that. Love that. We packed the house at home now. I do love that. And we had a draw and a loss in our first 4 games of the season, but you know what? On the back end, we won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We won 9 straight games to finish the league season. That's how you win like a champion. Well, we played only, you know, we scored multiple goals in all matches, but 1. In the last 5 matches, we scored at least 3 goals in every match and won by 3 every time, with 4 goals coming in a couple times. Scored 5. Oh. Goal of the season was that Petr Todorov spanking in a loss to Vitoria, which is hilarious. Match to remember was the win over Lille for some reason. This was the match that we outshot. This was like the most amazing match we've ever played. We outshot Lille. Like a Ligue 1 team. 56-2. Never forget that. If we're playing as well as we possibly can, that's how well we can play. That was definitely our best match of the season. Our biggest win was Boavista, the 6-1 blowout. And for those that did not see it, here is the goal of the season one more time. From a man who does not score a lot of goals, Petr Todorov. Him and his grass cutter. It was a missile. The goal of the year. I mean, what a hit. What a hit by a man who scored like 5 goals in his professional career. Petar Todorov. We made more sponsorship money, more broadcast revenue, more competition prize money, but our corporate and hospitality went down by 1,000, and we lost about 50,000 on match day and commercial retail. Number 1 selling jersey is Kevin Barrientos. JJ Menenhishen are on there. Carolinen and Silva are on there as well. Kevin Barrientos is our number 1 jersey seller, the big number 5 at the back for ODFC. The big number 5 at the back. Team of the year, Fowler, Daher, Barrientos, Isgren, Garay actually beat Shabalala, who sold in January. Katsikis, Cerna, Carolinen, Zamudio, Silva, and Buizen Philander makes the team of the year, ahead of Armando Pereira, who scored a bucket of goals. Yeah, he was literally our top goal scorer and didn't make the team of the year. 29 goals in the campaign. Daher had 17 assists. Record breakers. Daher tied the record for 17 assists in a season. Broke the record for most player of the match awards in a season with 15. And Kevin Barrientos set the new record for most league appearances by an ODFC player at 158. Katsikis, our highest ever buy, our biggest sale, Shabalala, and Pereira broke goals in a match and most goals in a league match by a player, scoring 4 goals in a league match. Kevin, Emmanuel Urawath completed 48 passes per 90, so he actually ended up being quite something. I was head coach of the year, head coach of the month for August, December, January, March, and April. Cool. Great work. Oh, everything to a fantastic start to the season. That's honestly not what it was, but we'll take it. Once they got rolling, it was hard to stop them. That is true. Who made it to the overall best 11? Jason Cerna has been considered good enough to make it to the overall best 11 with 109 appearances and 10 goals. The starting lineup for the best 11 is still Matty Manye, Isgren, Barrientos, Carbajal, and Madrid. Matias Cerna, Concha, Mendez, Silva, Zamudio. Can't believe Zamudio's the starting freaking wing. João Manuel, Sandro Costa, Walter Mabasso, Thiago News, Armando Pereira, Pinto, and Daver Polito are the subs for that. The ODFC team of 2020. They should all be like retired. Eric Mendez is coaching for us, and Sandro Costa's a head coach at Botica. Oh, he's a head coach of like an amateur team. We had Joseph Holland. Oh, Marlon Costa. Manuel is our goalkeeper for years. Ivan Diaz, that dude was beefy. My throat. Brash. Everybody loved Brash, didn't you? Didn't you just love Brash? 58 ODFC appearances. Nico. Oh, the legend of Ni Plong. 27 goals for ODFC. Ni Plong. Ty Turner. Yeah, he was playing for a while after we let him go. He's finally done now. Martín Aguas. Jaime, I feel like, was so bad. Stuck in the back of my throat right now. Qualify for the Europa League and Liga NOS at the end of next season. So play defensively, solid, high tempo, most of set pieces, and play entertaining. Negotiate this. Entertaining's not a problem. Most of set pieces and high tempo is like spend the original. No. You're not making me spend anything. No. Qualify for the Champions League and then win Liga NOS. As like the goal. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Play defensively solid. I'd like, okay, I guess we're playing defensively solid. Shouldn't be a problem. I mean, we're just a good team. End of season team meeting. Been a great season to win the title, go away and fully rested, so we want to come back and do it next season. Borges, what are you talking about? Champions League proper. Everybody's happy about that. I don't know what Borges is. See y'all for the start of preseason. What was that, dude? Borges sitting here like, well, everybody else seems okay with this, but I am offended. Preseason begins, yes, a 4-week preseason. Training camp, Andalusia, Spain, Bavaria in Germany, US, South Africa. We do have South African stars. We don't have many American stars. Bavaria. Let's do Bavaria. We can have a really good preseason in Bavaria, I think. I mean, team talks aren't a lottery. There's just something about Borges. It's not ambitious. He's not an ambitious guy. Where do you think we should go, guys? Chat. Bavaria? Should we go to the Netherlands, the US, South Africa? I don't really see an appeal to the Spain or the Netherlands in particular. But I have been to Amsterdam. I just meant like there's no logistical appeal, right? We're right next to Spain and Bavaria. If we're going to go in Europe, right? The German commercial machine and reputation machine is just bigger than the Netherlands. We have South African national team players. So I think it'd be fun. Go to Bavaria. We're gonna go to Bavaria. We'll have some really good friendlies there, and we'll raise our European reputation. El Bilal Toure wins the Golden Boot. Congrats. And Franco Sarko scoops the assists. He actually ended up with 12 assists. Daher only had 11 in the league. Portuguese Premier League head coach of the year. Well, shouldn't it be me? I thought it was me. Honestly, the Portimonense guy outdid the, in the end, Vieira outdid Rocha. And Boyson Philander continuing to improve like an absolute mad lad. Okay. That's it. The team is away. We are officially in the off season. Dictator, says Hamza. I expected the vote to count. Oh, did I break it now? No, okay, we're good. Definitely broke there for a second. Ali Fowler can now speak Portuguese. That's good news. Asane Sarr, the center back, the Portuguese center back on loan from Benfica at St. Gallen. Keep tabs on Christopher Valls. Don't really know a lot about him, to be honest. Jaime Marciano. No. Danqua out here playing for Belgian U20s against the Jamaican U20s. Guess we'll scout them too. So they're not at the U20 World Cup. They're at that other, like, you know, Adidas whatever tournament. How high are you in the competition ranking? We are 7th. We are 7th. It's Zealand Live. Why does World Cup 2026 have 3 team groups? Because that's what the World Cup is actually going to look like in 2026. Expanding the world's biggest event, 48 teams. 48 teams, groups of 3. I like it more. Maybe, I mean, I know it's an unpopular opinion. I like it more. When they set the World Cup to 32 teams, there were like half the countries trying to qualify that there are now. I think it helps expand the game. I think it gives more teams an opportunity to play on that kind of stage. I think it's great for the game long term. And the knockout stages start in the round of 32. And so there is quite literally endless drama. Abdullah Mahmoud. No. Imad Mohsen Wahid. You know, Imad Mohsen Wahid, I really want you to be capable. I do. But I know you're not, so I'm not going to waste my time. Murtada Mohsen. Gio Ruby. Guo Jia. You know, not terrible. He's popped up. He's looked pretty good. Ren Yongja, Bonshu, Ernesto Romero. Now we're in the El Salvadorians. Diego Bonilla. Isaac Contreras, no. Jimmy Garcia, big no. Leonel Estrada, that's a no. Ernesto Guzman. Hey, he's got some serious ability right now, and he's 17, so that's got some interest in me. David Cruz. No. A lot of El Salvadorians, though. Oh, mama! We got one from the tournament, boys. Wilber Mejia, the 15-year-old from Aguila. We got one. He's fairly volatile. He's 5'2". Wait, I mean, he's 15. He will grow, chat. He will grow. He will grow. I think we have time to scout him. He's 15. We definitely have time to scout him and make sure there's no fool's gold here, but he's going on my actual target list, so we don't forget about him. Nobody else is interested in him even after his appearance at the Under-20 World Cup. Conan Tiehi from ASEC Mimosa. He's 15. So you're gonna feel that one out. Arsen Topka. We keep that one going. Mamadou Kofi. Keep that going. Filani Dladla, no. Luke Hall, though. 15-year-old Kiwi from Canterbury United. Henry Campbell's worth a second scout. Alan Cass. Dude, my scouting department turned in a shift on this U20 World Cup. Harry Panzer. No. Ooh. Mikhailo Kusher from Vorskla Poltava. Maybe. Oleg Subkov. Alexei Kostyuk as a forward, but I don't know, man. 17 with that kind of finishing. Oh, yeah. Prince Kumalo, South Africa.
I wondered why the baseball was getting bigger. Then it hit me. Also, sorry for the delay, work has been killing me lately.
Feeve, I like that one. A-. That was good and no worries at all. Thank you for being part of the Hammers. Thank you for the silver bacon. Oh, we got a wall of hydrates, dude. I should probably go get some water. J-Lab, thank you for the 7 months. We have a player look up for Alan Campbell of the Mighty Motherwell. Okay, I will hold that on my screen, and once we finish the scouting, we will do that. Albert Kumalo, no. Prince Kumalo, on the other hand, big fan. Ryan Shabalala. Oh. Reagan Sherman. Jose Maria Mendez. Oh my goodness me. Jose Maria Mendez. He's just a burner on the wing. I don't really see it in the attributes I'm looking at right now, but there's a lot to like here. Yeah, this was a really good idea, chat. Even the Solomon Islands is putting out a player that I'm sitting here like, well, maybe. You know what? Let's give the Sol. We've already signed one Solomon Islands League player from the Henderson Eels. What's another? You know? Let's give the best young Solomon Islands player a chance. Abdul Karim Kabore, the goalkeeper, and there is Fernando Arauz, Herrera, Choi, Jung-hoon, Myung Ji-sung. No. Michael Francis. Marco Tulio Diego. Got a feeling there. Kenneth Rodriguez. I mean, he's 15 years old. It's already up there. It's a feeling. All right, we've got a couple of guys we've re-upped our scouting on. And we got to go find them. First, the Mexican Jose Maria Mendez. Prince Kumalo. And then there was the Salvadorian Wilber Mejia, who should be top of the pops here. All right, I'm going to go get a water while this loads. We've got our trialists as well. That means we're only like half done looking at the guys from the U20 World Cup. Santi Martin. Like you, boss. You're pretty expensive for my taste, but I like you. All right, water. All right, we've got a LaCroix and we've got a glass of water, so I think I'll be set. JJ Men's performing well in his new position. Good news. All right, guys, what do you think we should do in this transfer window? What do you think we should do in this transfer window, guys? They're always valued at 500,000. The club's asked for 10 million. You're finding the wrong Wonder Kids, bastard. Not really, because if they're great, 10 million is not a bad price to pay. You know what I mean? Oh, we got to do that lookup as well. Sell Kevin. I think Kevin does have to go, chat. I do think Kevin has to go. Z-Scout, the 18-year-olds, the U20 World Cup as well. Max, I think we are going to do that. Buy some players. A new 11, perhaps. All right, let's make a list. Let's make a list of, like, players that we feel like we need to... like get rid of. I think Kevin, despite his talismanic nature, I think Enrique Borges is another guy that we probably need to move. All the Aussies have beat the Chinese. He really is an exciting young prospect. They really like Kwang Yongbo. Good feel for the game. Fairly professional. Chance to be decent. Okay. We have a player lookup, though. Let's do that now. Alan Campbell. Oh, no. Oh, no. Don't do this to Alan Campbell. Bionic Beach. I'm sorry. I don't think he's still in the database. If we could refund that lookup. My sincerest apologies. Overqualified. Thank you so much for... 6 months? 5 months? What did you hit? It's weird. It says resubscribe for 6 months. They've subscribed for 5 months. That sentence doesn't make any sense. Thank you for being a part of the Hammers regardless, though, my dude. And let's use this as an on-ramp into the U20 World Cup. And you said we go down these teams and just, you know, the 18-year-olds. And a little bit of the whoop! Little scout action. This is literally, for those that were not here, this is what we did to get all of those reports. And then there's Danny Shaw of Australia. Peru. It's got some 18-year-olds. Really, honestly, this is just a great way to find prospects. We had that was a very successful, like, broad surface mining campaign that we just did. The Hondurans are probably not. They're probably not popping. Spain? There's a guy at Zaragoza. FC Andorra's Mark Arias. Fun. South Korea. Plenty 18-year-olds. Costa Rica. Pride and joy of Central America. Uruguay. And that is Oscar Delgado, and then down to Matias Conchi, and then you actually hold shift, and then it works. Okay, Brazil. Do we have anybody on? Well, there are some of the Brazilian teams. Screw it. Let's see if we can sign him. The USA. With 3 guys, all in the starting lineup at 18. Cool. Solomon Islands, huge collection of 18-year-olds. The Solomon Warriors, perhaps. I mean, shoot, they are the golden generation that got through Burkina Faso. Did you see Burkina Faso actually won its first Olympic medal at the past Olympics? I don't know if you might have tuned out. The Olympics were at a weird time for a lot of people around the world. I think, you know, a little more so than usual, but like Burkina Faso won its first medal at the Olympics. It was a bronze in the triple jump, which might just be the weirdest, least necessary sport that humans have ever invented. That or competitive tag. I can't figure out which. It's definitely competitive tag. This guy's 16. He's the starting goalkeeper for the French U20 World Cup team, and he's playing for Vans, who I have never heard of. I'm interested. Club Bruges NXT. Assuming this is just like Club Bruges in general. Bill San Sebastian I can work with. Call I can probably work with, and Club Bruges I might be able to work with. That's it though. Mexico! Always very good youth national teams from Mexico. And boys know how to ball right there, I tell you. They know how to ball. Yeah, maybe it's a busy time for the scouts, but you know what? It's worth it. Because hiding amongst the weeds of all these players at a tournament like this are a few future stars nobody's found yet. And they're from all over the world. Cameroon. This guy doesn't even have a club. Cameroon called him up anyways. Iraq.
My dad passed today. We're subbing just for him. To clarify, he is a football player. Don't worry, he's still alive and kicking.
That totally got me too. Like, that totally got me. Had me in the first half, bro. Not gonna lie, you had me in the first half. He's just saying you for the seven months today. You know, I'll give it an A-. I'm not gonna give a standing ovation to that. It's Alan Campbell. Oh, now that I'm looking at chat, everybody's like, wait, okay, it's Alan Campbell. I'm very sorry. So chat, what you're telling me is that was a bad time for me to just not look at chat for a while. So the guy typed it in wrong. Here he is. He's still in Motherwell, baby. Great work, chat. Great work. I was locked in on that scouting. Your Tequila, thank you for the 3 months. Congrats on toasting your bacon. And Maddie Ventries, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Hammers. Hey, we have a look up for Pablo Torre as well. But Alan Campbell, Motherwell his whole career. Dude played 38 games for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 straight seasons of 38 straight games. This season, who knows what happened? He's missed one. Alan Campbell has not played a game. He's played so well, too. Look at these ratings. This year was his best year. He played a 7.61. Oh, he's unbelievable. And his team is just, third, 7th, 5th, 4th, 7th, 5th, 3rd, 6th, 4th, 6th, 8th. They finished 4th this year. Season's over. He missed a game. I don't know if he'll ever forgive himself for that, but he has played a positively ridiculous 518 Motherwell games. Every game for a decade. What does he have to show for it? He won the Betfred Cup last year. And he won the Scottish Cup 4 years ago. I love that for him. And he's got 24 Scottish caps. He's an amazing ball-winning midfielder. We have Kitsikis, so the dude's definitely... Alan Campbell's got my respect. Pablo... I do not see a Pablo Torre. Do you want a Pablo Torres, Ope? In which case you're going to need to probably specify. But as of right now, I don't know if we have a move that we can make. We'll do the 1 month end of contract shortlist on Shaw and Ipwa. Let's put them on there, honestly. And once the trials come up, we will go in there and trial the guys that are not on a contract on our end of contract list. 29 trials come up on the 10th. So back to what we were doing. Barrientos, Borges. Besser, yeah, I was talking about this earlier. Don't look at the value, okay? The value, especially on really young players, is just not true. It's tied to reputation, right? If they're playing in smaller leagues, it's tied to the league that they're in and the level of that league. Like, don't look at it as some indication of like, well, I should be able to get him for 500,000. Like, look, if I go to Barcelona, right? I'm going to go to Barcelona and I'm going to click on their hot prospect, Jose Luis Garcia. He's valued at 5.5 million. His release clause is 61 million. Guarantee they won't take anything less than that. Right? Like if I go 22 million, they'll be like, nah, fam. So like value is not like, oh, I looked at this and he should be like worth this amount of money because it says the value here. Right? It's how much this guy is worth to that club at that time, and they know he's going to get a lot better, even though in the eyes of the world he's valued at 5.5 million. They know what he is. You think Hishen, Mabasso, Klabinho, Pavlovic is definitely a guy we've considered. Bodish, Eduardo Romero. Reese got him. Trialist Andrew Cooks win for Australia. Nice. Aussies are going. Lazar Pavlovic with Serbia, which helps us. And Igor Korac. How's he getting along? 16-year-old fullback. Taking a year. Acclimate to being here, you know. I do think Mabasso's on this, our club captain. Any other names? Ishin. Probably time to go. And I think I said Pavlovich as well. The laser beam. So I feel like if we wanted to get our value back for Lazar Pavlovich, now would be the time to get our value back for Lazar Pavlovich. I just don't like his mentality. It doesn't fit into the team very well. Names for sale. Names for players that we would want to look to move. Yalcin Albayrak. Yeah, we've got some other Chinese and shoot, our youth intake is full of Chinese players, and some of them could be first team players. They look like they might be. So it's not like the loss of Heejin. We are always tethered to China. Half of our youth intake every year is Chinese. It's not like we have to force ourselves to stay true to our Chinese roots as a club. That's not something we have to do. Okay, like half our youth intake every year is Chinese. So, man, we've thrown down some serious scouting fun. Who was it? The 16-year-old? No, prioritize him. All right, scouts. Let's ask for more scouts. We need them. Hi, Zealand, the manager. I just wanted a few more scouts. Thanks. Cool. Love that for us. Expand our scouting network, increase our scouting network, garner multiple opinions on certain players. I mean, I'm not going to convince him with that. After all I've done for this club, Jose, we have so much money, dude. You think Clabinho as well? You really think it's time to sell Clabinho? Where's that Clabinho fan club when he needs it most to defend his honor in the public square? Where art thou? All right, we got all these loan guys, trial guys, words. Clabinho is valued at 25 million. Good God. Yeah, we might do that. I know I said don't look at the value, but when you look at the value and it says something like that, clearly there is something in the eyes of the world that's saying Clabinho is a high quality player. I deserted to the JJ Min fan club. Oh, it's the fan club. Love that. Love that. Do you think Armando Pereira maybe, and then Boysen just slides into that spot to be the new guy? We do have a personalized message. This one goes out to Eagles. I would like to say I'm switching my allegiances to the Indianapolis Colts. I've only been here for less than a month, and I already like Peyton Manning. I already think he's better than Tom Brady. I have a new shrine to Quentin Nelson and Carson Wentz that I will be building in my bedroom. Right over there, actually. I repeat, the Colts have replaced the Bucks in my head and heart. Yeah. Hey. Ah. Ah. Hey. Woo. Ah. Sorry. Greece is literally behind Liechtenstein in qualifying right now. Somebody hold the phone. Liechtenstein is ahead of Greece. They drew with Excuse me, what is that scoreline? A 4-4 with Liechtenstein? A hat trick for the pacey hitman Maximilian Allstadt? Dude, Greece went from being behind 3-2. 81st minute, they tie it. 86th minute, Solis scores. And then Allstadt scores in the 93rd minute to get the point for Liechtenstein. Incredible. Who else did they draw? Oh, wait, they drew Spain. Oh, my God, they drew Spain. Oh, no, they drew the Czech Republic. Still. Liechtenstein is popping off. They need to win one of these games. They're very much in the group right now with Maximilian Allstadt. Things are getting weird. Things are getting weird in the qualifying. Ali Fowler and Nick Katsikis played each other. They both played a full 90, and they both played pretty well. Karolainen wins the Player of the Year award for Finland again, I think, right? Like he's won it now. No, that was his first time. He was the runner-up last year. Anssi Karolainen, Finnish Player of the Year at 20 years old. I have a feeling he'll win it a few more times. Unlikely to sign Liu Chinois. It's a shame for Liu Chinois, huh? All right. We don't want to go through the transfer listing process until we get a bump to our reputation, which is coming before July 1st, and so that's nice. We've got some fun signings as well coming in. You think Zamudio as well? I don't know. I feel like Zamudio's the backup. Abasso's the guy we let go, and then Zamudio is the mercurial, explosive backup guy that we can bring off the bench that changes the game. Keminani is a guy that we would definitely want to sell. And Carbajal should be done at the club, even though he's under contract for 2 more years. He's kicked his last ball for ODFC. Oh, hello. Okay. We'll go ahead and re-scout these guys. If you're over a 70, I'll go ahead and keep you on the short list for a year while that's, you know, just assuming that scouting report's going to say that you should stick on it. James Clayton, we're going to let go. Nobordo Torres, Moises, Igor Pavlov, Lorenzo Sandini. Oh, these guys all end of contract. Is that the idea here? He's not. Are you? Yeah. So scouting report's not necessary. Just into contract stuff. Moises is not into he is into contract actually. So this is just my end of contract buzz on these guys. It's my bad. Not Torres though. James Clayton is under contract for quite some time. Also not the guy I thought it was, so we'll go ahead and scout him again. Adrian Paredes, Joseph Ruel, Adrian Lopez, Emilio, scouting in progress, and Jakob Gunnar. Been a year, Jakob. Handled 28 players called to international duty. Cool. Matias Fonseca, Bakari Dindane with Ivory Coast. Keminani's back with Mali. Buizen gets into the South Africa team with Kinu Bambo. Ishins with China. Saad Abdul Amir Jassim with Iraq. We have a North Korean and a Korean. Yassin Juma just made it into the Syrian team. Nurbadayev is with Turkmenistan. Melgar with Guatemala. Carlos Palmeiros just got his first call to Mexico. Daher is still with Argentina. Garay, Eric Riegas with Peru. Got a lot of stuff going on. Figueroa, not it. He is not that T. Yeah, how great was Garay this year after we sold Shabalala for all that money? There was definitely some concern that Garay couldn't hold the water for the season, but he just developed and he battled in training. He got better. It's great. Goal and an assist for Karolainen, carrying Finland by Latvia. Dude, Finland is such a bad team in this game right now, which is the irony. Like, they have this amazing player. Oh, I mean, well, they beat Latvia and Luxembourg, I think. Yeah, it's not like they lost away to Scotland by 3. I wouldn't back Finland to get the European Championship. Excellent work by Anssi Karolainen, bagging a goal for his country. I mean, he scored in a cup final for us no less than a week ago, so it's what he does. Garay was so good, he became the god. How do you have got a North Korean player? Didn't even know they had a functioning now. Oh yeah, North Korea made the World Cup in 2010. They're not terrible. Like if you track I track World Cup qualifying results and like Asian Cup results and stuff, and North Korea is I would say reliably a top 10 team in Asia most of the time, which like obviously they're not, brilliant, but they are solid. So number 1 jersey was Carline, and then Barrientos and Silva, Heishin, and JJ Min was 5th. Sold over $1 million of merch, ODFC merch. You guys are splashing the cash in that merch store. Juan Ruiz headed to Atlanta United. Milton Acuna. Yeah, we thought this guy was a lot better than he ended up being. Mizudzi Makatini, no. Gerardo Toro, no. Victor Berardes, no. Sufjan Lacoste, on the other hand. The heck did that come from, man? His potential's like allegedly insane, but his adaptability is a bit of an issue. He isn't like, this is a weird signing because there are just no players around that have this kind of appraised potential. You know what we're gonna do is get me Luca. We're gonna scout him again. Luca's got a great feel for this stuff, and he'll know. All right, we need that. These guys go in the end of contract for a month. We end up bringing them in beforehand. There's a 15-year-old player on this Dutch team. Beer shots. Ronnie Beckers. He's playing with Alex Danqua, who's our guy. Now, I don't think it's a very risky buy. It's 3.2 to 6.7 million. We can afford that all day long, chat. But I am worried because he doesn't have like incredible ability just like on the table right now. That's concern to me. That type of potential with our coaching staff and training facilities, if it is legitimate, is huge. We will bring him in. We will do everything to try and help him. He'll be a bit of a late bloomer. Think like Jason Cerna, where even at 22, 23 years old, he's still improving dramatically. Like, that is possible if you have that potential in there. You look like young Stallone. Hey! Hey! Yeah! I'm talking about boxing. I mean, I'm a natural. I don't know how you could argue against that. Sometimes you have a feel for it. Oh, okay. Hold on. Hibernian with a $12 million. It has begun. Oyurawath. A $12 million offer for Emmanuel Oyurawath with after league appearances and an installments. I'm going to move this up to 30. Okay. I was hoping to start a negotiation. I didn't remove and exclude any of that stuff. I just moved it up to 30 to see if they came back with 18, I would go 24, and then we'd settle in on a price for Emmanuel. About 6 chins too many for young Stallone. 1, 2, 3. I think we got maybe 4. I think we got 4. Hey, come on, though. I'm fit, I'm fitted. I'm jacked. Yeah, I run sometimes. I do push-ups every day. I'm not saying I'm a Adama Traore. I'm just saying I'm Sergio Ramos. Yeah, man. As a Hibs fan, all I can say, Dave, as a Hibs fan, all I can say is, where the hell did we get 10 million from? Fair enough question. This was 12 million pounds for Emmanuel Eurowath. Ali Fowler leading the Czech Republic to a win over Katsikis, who got subbed, or Fowler got subbed out with a couple minutes left. Katsikis played well again. He really is. He's a great player for his national team. Well, 70 million for Vladimir Augusto. JJ Min, a $21 million. Chat, I'm not going to lie to you. I would take like 30, 35 million for JJ Min. He has struggled to catch a flow development-wise after his broken leg knocked him out for a year. Wow, Everton with this 17 million up front after league appearances per league appearance. Checks out for another like 2-3 million. Avoiding relegation from the Premier League is 1.5 million. Bonus on winning the FA Cup, 725,000. All for Emmanuel Eurowath. The Madman's drawing a lot of interest. I mean, what did we have his asking price at right now? 22.5. It's drawing a lot of interest. Let's go 30. I think we're gonna reject this for now. And they've got the asking price there if they want to reach towards it. Francisco Harasso, Leonidas Christopoulos, who we know is good. He's the Swedish guy. JJ Min to Schalke. If there's a deal to be made, it's got to be right for the club. We love JJ. He really produces in matches. But, you know, he's been kind of up and down in training, and we've been a little concerned about his development. Harry Arter's determined to get a Eurowath signature. Look, man, $30 million. He's yours. Carl Dahl is in the Swedish U21s. Nice. He looked good in the one match that he played for us. We're both ambitious head coaches. We want to keep our best players. And if you want a Eurowath, you got to come with $30 million. Because we have Katsikis, and we know he's going to be here a long time. And we have Jose Matias as a backup. This is a deal we can make. I don't want to scare you away, Hibbs, but I know I'll probably scare you away. Oh, yeah. Caesar Cruz. There we go. Now we're talking. All right, before we do this, we had that scouting for the French guy. Is it Luca? And it's not Lucas Toussaint. He's 34 years old. Where is the French guy? Right back. There he is. Sofiane Lacoste. Nice. Jeremy Jones, no. Marco Antonio Moncada, no. Well, there's one. Boom. Hujnu Bekarolu. Okay, Aldegu. Nailed it. Opa Diawara, 19-year-old French goalkeeper from Nimes, who is not part of our U20 stuff. Miguel Pedro, I think I'm going to drop. Dude can fly. I'm legitimately might sign this guy for... I legitimately might sign that guy just for my B team. He's like perfect. Garay wants a new contract, I think, at the top of this, which is hashtag no fun. One of the Jamaican, two of the Jamaicans. This guy at Portmore United's not terrible. You know what? Barrington Basco. Wait, I can offer for no money, right? $500. I'm gonna offer for $0, and they're gonna take it. Okay, we don't even have to worry about scouting or anything. I mean, you literally can just join the team, become part of the U19s, and we'll see where it goes from there. You know, man. Ryan Dowling, no. Yannick Sanders, Jake Exley, and there is Sostene Gnolu. Look, we're scouting Sostene Gnolu. An improved contract. Well, he is listed as the backup right now. He's asked for a lot of money. Cerna, you got this right? Yeah, boss. Whoa, Jason Cerna. He's our new dog right there. He's our new dog. He gets it done. There we go. Look, 11.25, 2 years. Barrington Basco, you look like you might be decent. At least you'll be able to help out our U19s. Right? His wage demands are non-existent. We don't have to pay anything to get him. What the hell's, what's wrong with that? Let's do it. B-Hall, thank you for the Twitch Prime and welcome to the Hammers. All right. Yeah, enjoy the bacon, enjoy the emotes, my dude. I appreciate you spending $5 of Bezos money. You can sell a Eurowatt for 25 million. I'm sure we can. We have time. We have the luxury of time. Got my first vaccine in 40 minutes. I want to cry. Were you scared of needles? Dude, I used to be so scared of needles. I eventually got over it because I had to, like, the exposure helps get you over it. I had to face a bunch of needles in a short period of time at a point in my life. And then I was like, I'm good. But I was really scared of needles for a long time. I mean, like, just sweating it. Hey, Isgren scored for Sweden. Nice. Sporting or chasing a Borges deal? Come on. 10 million, man. 22 million's attracting some interest. Tottenham they've stalled over the $70 million bid for Augusto. That's impressive. Uruwa scored for Denmark again. Nice, Emmanuel. Great work, Emmanuel. First vaccine's fine, second one sucks. Yep, that's basically it. Vaccines are a lot better than taking blood. The whole build up to it. Oh, dude, it's so like. I've gotten vaccines that were worse. Like the tetanus one you can taste and you're like, you know, why do I taste it? The COVID one, I was like, I got a Moderna. I was just like, boom, bing, bada boom, bada bang. The second one rocked my socks a little bit for sure. John Ibargüen. 17-year-old Colombian defensive midfielder. I like him. I just don't like him enough, right? Adrian Saralegui. Come on, this guy at 17 is really good, but he has no potential. He's inconsistent, and I understand why he's not highly touted then. Sebastian Rocha. No. Javier Reyes. No. Samed Aslan. I'd like to keep you on trial for 2 more weeks, Samed. Milos Djordjevic. That touch, that ball control is really painful. 8 is terrible. Wang She. Nope. Unless he's cheap, which he's not. Tugrul Shimsek. That's a no from me, dog. Oscar Martinez. You know, that's another 2 weeks, Oscar. Yaroslav Pashenko. Second jab made my entire body ache for a few hours. Now, the second jab, I just felt like I had a flu for a day. Not like the nauseous part, but just like I ached everywhere. I just went to sleep early. When I woke up, I was fine. And I was like, okay, that was worth, you know, like that was worth it. Whatever. I watched Vice News documentaries and just went to sleep early. And then I was okay. Ming Kun, Fang Wentao. Leonardo Prado. A lot of these guys are a strikeout, it looks like. Andres Alarcon. Oh. Amar Majid. Leandro Benitez. It's the American. I suppose we can keep him for 2 more weeks, hopefully. Herman Wadraugo. Nope. Not even the Burkinabe. Oh, the 16-year-old guy from Uruguay, though. This guy's going to reach his potential. I think he's going to end up being a good player. I want to see if I can continue this trial.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Amen.
Good luck on your next move.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Hopefully it will be a another fun one. Get it nailed down pretty quickly. It'll be a fluid situation for a while, but you know, I'll keep you all updated on where we're going, what's happening. Sergio Lima. That's 99%. We want that 100%, man. Carlos Lyons, who did look like he could be good, but then he, you know, shocker, he was not. Just striker, that's a hard one. Kuliao. No. Aaron Cole. No. Andrew Cook. Decent player, no. Jose Diaz, no. Mendoza, no. All right, settled. Here, Diaz, got to keep scouting. Keston Henry of Chelsea. Well, they are paying this guy a bucket of money, aren't they? He can really move, can he? Reynaldo from Fluminense. This guy is when they say you have Ronaldo at home. This is Ronaldo at home. But Weezers, thank you for the 5 months. I'm looking forward to that silver bacon. Rory, thank you for the 8. Oh, baby. Favorite overachiever in this save. Definitely Eric Mendez. For his attributes, he should have never been as good as he was. As good as he clearly was, the all-time leading scorer in the history of ODFC. But he was good enough. He was the legend that we needed, that we didn't know that we needed. It's just getting paid so much money. Alim Dareli. Get a feel for that. Ali Khanakaya, no. Riza Yamats, no. Sarats Sedat Satim. Okay. Bashak Shahir's Sedat Satimish. Satimis. I have no idea how to say that. Won't lie. Jack King, no. Paul Smith, no. Brendan Olarinshaw. Sure. That's enough for me. Clayton McNamara, no. Lee Shielsong, no. Meanwhile, the scouts are still working on like their actual jobs. Torado's already in our short list. I really do love Torado though. This guy's on these wages, man. I don't go in for these wages. I don't. Alexander Mendez is already on my short list. Thanks for playing. There's Duda, Joseph Samura. These guys are just trying to land on a team, man. Jozo Miladin. Okay. We're just looking for those guys that are going to be special. We're just looking for those guys that are going to be special. All those accepted. Awesome. Let's bring them in. Let's bring them in. Blakey, welcome to the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon. Enjoy the emotes. Make sure you get into the subsection of the Discord as well. Throw those emotes around anytime you have the opportunity. What about Joao Pinto? Joao Pinto's attributes, Mip, were actually really good. Right? Like, he did kind of what we would have expected from somebody with freaking 16 crossing in the 4th division of Portugal to do. Shred. You know? Shred. Not even Thiago News. See, News was never dominant. News was always good. He played and started for years, but he was never dominant. We started him because we had to, not because we were like, dude, we're putting Eric Mendes in the field because he just bags play. Like, he just bags goals. Pavlovic scored for Serbia. His first Serbia goal. Nice. Really? You want Doran Ben-Shah? Clearly your scouts are good too. Here we go. Dude, Hibernian is like up in my business right now. We had that look up. Well, let's look at it now. Hibbs has finished 3rd, 8th, 3rd, 4th, 3rd, 5th, 7th, 3rd, 4th, and 3rd. And if we look at the competition and you get into like the league, right? If you finish in the top 5, you're going to Europe. And so Hibbs has been in Europe the vast majority of the seasons here. You know, like the only season they weren't in Europe was when they finished 7th. And when they finished 8th, which was the second one of the save. And so they've been in Europe a lot. I think that's where the money is coming from. Did they win a cup or something? True. Competitions. Yeah, they won the Scottish Cup in 29 and the Betfred Cup in 25. So they do have a couple of cups. They've been in Europe a lot, right? And let's look at their like competitions. Let's go to the like Conference League. They got to the second knockout round, eliminated in the group, first knockout round a couple times. Europa League, they got to the first knockout round of the Europa League, lost in qualifying, lost in the playoff 3 times. They did get to the first knockout round of the Europa League there. So I mean, it's been a nice, fun like decade at Hibbs, and that's why they've got this money. And now they're throwing the money at Pavlovic. And I'm gonna say what you said. At 25 million, he's yours. Do I dislike this kid unfairly? Do I dislike Lazar Pavlovich unfairly? Tell me now if I do. Let's look at his development over the last year. He hasn't even improved a full attribute in the past year, dude. We have no full attribute improvements. This is these are all of his improvements in the last year down here. And he hasn't even improved like a full attribute. You know? He has no interest in Hibs. Fair enough. Who else wants him? I can see why. Inter and Roma are interested in him. No offense to Hibs, who have been probably a fun place to play over the past year, but we'll accept the offer. We'll see if he takes it. I don't think he will. But we'll accept the offer. We'll see if he takes it. If he takes it, then we can make this decision. He probably won't. It doesn't matter. We have completed. God, that was so fast. I love my scouts. Jose Maria Mendez scouting is done. He is, as I suspected, a really good player. He is not great. He is also 17. He's got a nice inverted winger feel off the right. Just a left-footed player. He's rapid. He's very determined. He gets after it. He's got a good base of passing for a wing. The first touch, the general ball control is definitely low, and he's never going to be a great goal scorer. This is somebody that runs the people, that uses a balanced slate of athleticism to get after it. Mr. FM Twitch, thank you for raiding in, my dude. Hope you had a good stream. I mean, if we buy him, he is going to be loaned back to Atlas because he's 17. He can't join us until next summer. His birthday is, you know, he's a very young 17-year-old, honestly. He's been 17 for like 3 months. But Driven, the adaptability being a shining green is honestly really fabulous. This dude would have no issue coming here. We also have Samudio and Palmeiros, who are Mexican. Like, he would literally start developing from the moment he got here. There's a lot to like here with Mendez. Let's see if we can do a kind of deferred deal. See if we can do kind of a deferred deal. Do like $1 million up front, and let's see what they want to negotiate. Okay. That gives me a feel for like their pay scale. So I'm going to do 2.5. I'll give you $1 million if he hits 10 international appearances, and after 50 league appearances, I'll give you $2 million. Okay, no, we need to lower the front payment. So 2.5 still, $3 million if he hits the appearances mark. And the minimum league goals, let's move that up to 50 because 50 is just something that they just don't hit. We'll have that in there. And then a per league appearance for 10 games of like 30,000, right? So you end up with an extra kind of 300,000, but paid out very slowly as he plays. They'll take this. Yeah. That's a good deferred payment instead of paying like 4.5 up front, because it could save us value on the back end. I think he'll turn into a good player, but I don't know. Like, we'll get good value at 2.5. I don't like, you know, I don't want to push too far over that. Yeah, I think it's a safe investment. But yes, we won the final, so that was big. Jose Maria Mendez, how you doing? I'm gonna get rid of that escalator and just turn this one up to 500,000 and turn this one down. I don't. This is not the agent I've worked with on Zamudio and Palmeiras, which is unfortunate. Okay. And your wage is gonna be the issue, Jose. This contract is worth 1.5 million on its own right here. This is a $1.5 million contract. I really like his attribute distribution for a guy who turned 17 like 2 months ago. And he's gonna, you know, he's a really level-headed, is a good indication of professionalism. Like, this is a solid player all the way through. The only issue on him is that he has a potential cap, essentially. When you look at how good our team is, right? When you look at the potential, like, okay, so if he hits his potential, we're looking at like a Cerna Katsikis Boysen player. And if he comes up a little short, we're at like, you know, this level. Pereira, Borges, Garay, Pavlovich, JJ Min, Palmeiras. This is more, it's just more just about doing deals. Walk away though. Walk away. Keep him on his short list though. Keep him on the actual target short list for a little while. He is on the actual target short list. Cool. Li Shao on Chinese Babes. Still nice. The composure is not as much a concern about finishing. He's never going to be a good goal scorer, right? It was more, composure affects his dribbling, holding your nerve in crowds and those sorts of things. Barrington Basco has signed, our first signing from the U20 World Cup, a Jamaican center back going straight to the U19s, signed specifically because he's ridiculously cheap. And the explosive Scottish 19-year-old who plays for Atlanta United is headed to Southampton for 8 million. It looks like Pavlovich, escalator up to 25. No. I want to go a different direction with this. I want to go 35 million. And now that I know that we've got enough interest to get offers, I want to go ahead and reject this Hibs offer and do the offer out for 35 million, and we'll see how high we can drive this. Oh you wanted to move to Inter. Good thing we've got Jason Cerna, the secret weapon. Never mind. Pereira? How we feeling? Pavlovich, who now wants to leave, which is fun. We didn't even do anything to unsettle him. It wasn't the offer out. It was the fact that we rejected an offer from Inter. So this is kind of working out swimmingly. He's going to be very active in trying to get himself out of here. It'd be nice, though, if we didn't have that pressure to sell him immediately. But all right, Pavlovich, what's up? The finances weren't right on the deal they were offering. I'll let you go if they match a more reasonable fee, which is... Say if somebody hits 35 and they're going to be like, no, 32.5. 32.5 is okay with me. Cool. I get 32.5 million for you, Lazar. I've tripled my money on you after one season. I'm okay with that. I didn't get caught with my hand in the cookie jar. He was going to be mad no matter what. He was mad that we rejected the offer. Out Thessalonically came in with okay, pay me frickin' 35 million. He's yours. That would have been nice, wouldn't it? He's not interested in Pauk, but isn't that always fun, right? 32.5 million. That's what Lazar has agreed is an acceptable price. Every time I join the stream, Cash over here trying to catch Maliev on the gifted chart up there. Maliev's 108, Cash is at 100 this month. Hey, nice. Cash! Cash throwing down the gifted subs. Look at Cash go. 10 gifteds with 370 gifted in their career. Cash. Huh. Throwing down. Who caught a gifted? Who's in the hammers? Poplo, Jam, Morgan, Carries, Ordsey, Andres, LB1, Kenobi, Naturals, Jobin, and Baltazar Gaming. You are all in the hammers. Boom. Cash is the #1 gifter in the month again. Dropping it like it's hot. Thank you for the 10 gifteds. Pavlovich, the interest thought to be high. His preferred choice is there, and the asking price is set. A Euro field could come in at 22.5 million. We've got our asking price set. And
with loads of money coming in, can we just try and see how much we'd need to pay to bring back Lamine Mendes?
A lot of money. And we have Palmeiras now. We have somebody else. Okay, we're happy now. We have somebody else. Hi, Pro. Thank you for the $5. Ayman Al-Ahmad, the Syrian striker. Oh, that's true. Who is U23s and B team? Contracts. Who's expiring? We saying bye to? Eddie Semedo, who is B team material all the way. Would you like to re-up your current deal? And of course, we have the incredibly cheesy salary after 5 club league games. We jack it up to like $991 and then drop his wage down to really preposterous lows. Eduardo Nuno.
Hey Zealand, out of curiosity, why you use work in the box and pass in the space in your tactic? Are they not contradicting each other? Have a nice day, smile.
No, not necessarily. We look to make the extra pass to get the ball in the box before we shoot. We do not have a lot of great long shot artists. And the work the ball in the box, the idea behind that is we are quality in possession. We have great passers who are going to be able to pick up balls. They're going to make our chances easier. Let's sign this guy up. Eduardo Nuno, Azevedo. This is just putting together our B team, you know. To be a squad player. Azevedo, you are set for release. Gustavo Rodriguez. Emergency backup, my kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? My kind of guy. Salary after reaching 5 games for the senior team, which of course you will never do. Oh. But what if I paid you 1.3 million after reaching that many club league games? Then you take the deal, don't you, Gustavo? How'd you do for the B team? He didn't even really play. Gustavo is a backup. Jorge Tranche. I'm trying to just keep like decent players on our freaking team, like on our B team, just in case that matters. We honestly don't know, right? We honestly don't know, but just in case. Elder Mendez, who is actually a player that I've had around for a long time. Fringe player works for me. And we'll just negotiate an actual contract for Elder because this guy is not somebody I signed specifically for the B team. He's actually not terrible. He can fly. Fine, I'll do it. I will do it. Now you'll take the 45. Jose Vaz is another one of those guys who popping up down in the B team. On a bench appearances for these guys. Melbourne Victory won Jose Vaz, which is a problem because we're going to set him for release. There is no way that we're going to be able to hold him. Pedro Oliveira. It's gone too. The moment you start asking for legitimate playing time is the moment we are no longer friends. If you ask for anything more than emergency backup, you are gone. Because you are a break glass in case of terrible emergency type backup player if you are down on this team. Chal Brito, who I would love to be able to keep around, who just shreds the league that my team is in down there. Wow, you're making a lot of promises there, Chal Brito. Give the player a pay raise. He's about to ask for some serious money, isn't he? Salary after 5 league games, though, man. I will pay you a boatload of cash if you take this deal. Yes, and he signs. Finally, a B team player of appropriate quality. David Thompson. He is Portuguese, so I would keep him if he wanted to be kept and play for my B team. And we can do that. We're going to have the money to do that. We'll just keep David Thompson, play him on the B team, and he's good. He's good with that. David Thompson is good with that. Seco and Costa are already leaving. Mika Westerholm, are you Portuguese yet? Sees no benefit. Mika! You know what, man? Oh, did we get it by a big Stacy? Oh, chat. Oh, it's fine. It's already settled. By the time I looked over, it was done. Is there an age rule for the B teams? I think it's like a couple of young players that have to be. I mean, the stream's not down. The stream is up. The stream's fine. By the time I looked over, the bitrate had stabilized, but I could see we dropped a couple hundred frames, which is not like a ton. It's not a thing. Mika Westerholm. How much money does Mika want? Wages after... No. Oh, it's already here. After club matches. Okay, and we throw this all the way down, and we get Mika Westerholm at a huge discount and put him on the frickin' B squad. And now it's important for him to be Portuguese. Luis Garrido. Garrido wants to be an actual player on the team, so he'll be released. Matar Wade wants to be a regular starter for ODFC. It's a shame, Matar. We had a lot of fun developing you. Then Anusa Sawadogo, who is very close to being a Portuguese national. And he wants to be a squad player. It's tough for me, man. I like Anusa. He just, very quickly it became apparent he didn't have that top level potential. When you look at the progress he's had since he got here, it's just not enough, right? He's kind of gotten worse since we signed him. So, for the good of everybody involved, I think we're just going to let Sawadogo go. Just move on. Fonseca is going to be the same way. Recook Choi is going to be the same way. Our North Korean Segunude. He's been playing at Les Choices. He's done 4 loans. An absolute champ. We're going to set Segunude for release. Alan Yoika. At least I believe we've created a career for this guy. He's got 20 caps for Congo. He plays in Portugal now, but we're going to set Alan Yoika for release. Evan Nunes is already headed out. Bobby Gordon set for release. Neo Mofoking set, not mutual termination. So no set for release. He's already decided this is the move. And then Ben Kendall has got 24 Canadian caps for some ungodly reason. A Portuguese 3rd division level player. He's going to head out as well. Juan Ruiz already signed a new deal somewhere else. And Dovlet Nurbadayev, the left wing from Turkmenistan, who obviously wasn't good enough. So, Ayman Al-Ahmad. There's got to be somebody else that wants this guy. That, or we could just try and mutual terminate and get him off the team, because I don't think he's helping anybody at this point. We'll ask for mutual termination, see if we can save ourselves some wage. Unwilling to terminate contract. Okay, and then we are going to do a loan deal that pays your wage, whatever that is. Don't really care what the playing time is, Ayman Al-Ahmad, but let's just get you off the team. Shoo! In real life, you can only field 3 players above 23 years old. It's after international matches, not club matches. Glad I nailed that one. Nice. Sawadogon. Yeah, Westerholm pay rise after internationals. That could actually be a problem. Westerholm, where are you? If it was Westerholm, that's literally the only person that would be a problem with. Oh. Fun. Can I injure you? I can't sell him right now. But I'm literally going to put him on the transfer list immediately. Cool. Really glad he signed that contract in like 5 minutes. It's the only guy that matters on. None of the other players I offered does that matter remotely. On Westerholm, it is possible that happens. We need to move him. We need to sell him. I don't like this. That's ugly. Hey, look at China. 2 assists for He Shin, who, of course, attracting no particular interest. But let's just go ahead and put the thing down. Enon signing Pavlovich, 30 million. Hibbs, really? Okay. He doesn't want to go there. Felipe Moreira is under contract till 2032, so no. Pleased with Lamine Kemenani scoring for his country. Deserves every inch of praise. He's a top player. He's not, but we want to sell him, so he's a top player in that sense. Set Recook Choi and Adorito Fonseca for release. Fonseca's a freaking striker who's got 15 caps for his country and hasn't scored. I mean, come on. He hasn't been called up to the national team in like 4 years. He hasn't been called to the national team in like 4 years. So it's not like he's a relevant part of the Finnish national team. Yes! We did it! We have passed the Netherlands! We are 6th! Yes! Finally, dude. Goodness me, we have passed the Netherlands, rising up the European club rankings. We are now the 15th biggest club. We are ahead of Dortmund. Yep. We're ahead of Dortmund, Ajax, Lyon, Valencia, Milan, Lazio, Tottenham, Marseille, Benfica, Bilbao, Porto. Yep. Yuppers. And now we get 2 group stage teams and a qualifying team. Thank the goodness. So that Porto, Benfica, and us can get into the Champions League every year. And now we get a group stage team in the Europa League as well, which is just freaking awesome. I mean, that is just fabulous news. No. Not terrible, but no. Cesar Enrique. No. Alpha Suma. This guy was the guy playing in Guinea. Guinea's left back. And he is just a decent player. He's loyal, very consistent, hard-working 21-year-old, but I'm going to let it go. If he wants to keep playing in Guinea his whole career, he can. I'm surprised somebody else hasn't come in for him because he's a very reliable option over there. Smaller than Arsenal. They did make the final, though. David Wyuden is single-handedly changed the perception of a club. Kiaris, thank you for the 3 months, by the way, and Bruno Limaber, thank you for the tier 1. Enjoy the bacon, enjoy the emotes, you know. But sorry, did I ever talk about work into the box? Pass into space uses that we have a very athletic front line, and so we want to give them an opportunity to run onto the ball. We want to make defenses run. We have a João Silva and Armando Pereira and Samudio when he's out there, or Mabasso. Those guys run hard. They have good work rates. They're athletic. They're a problem. We're young. We want to play an athletic game against teams that we've come up against. We want to play an athletic game against teams we come up against. I'd take 30 million for Lazar Pavlovic. I mean, it's a good return on the investment of like buying him, obviously. Marco Cardona, no. Moises, potential under contract guy. It's already on that short list, actually. Ivan Gentil, a fullback from Paraguay. Stop me if you've heard that before. Well, there's just like 3 Paraguayans. And then Brandon Murphy from Shelburne. Already aware of Alan Granger. Carlos Miguel's a 16-year-old Brazilian, maybe just. Andre from the Jupiler Pro League, okay. Like Overby. And Marcos Apple. Cool. Yawano, thank you so much for the gifted tier 3 sub to Pestilence. Gifted tier 3. Good night, Giraffe Artillery. All right, get rid of those individuals. Who else was it? Carbajal needs to be listed. Hi, Christian. Yeah, well, really wants to remain at Oriental Dragon? I don't want to have that conversation. Why? He's not being paid. He's not being paid a lot. Would you be mad if I move this? Now I'm gonna move him to Impact Sub, and apparently you won't be mad. I mean, we can keep him around. I was just gonna move him because he's probably not gonna play at all. He's just gonna deteriorate as a player really quickly. Jeffoon with the gift of the V Garter. Welcome to the Hammers, V Garter. Just keep him here for his retirement. I guess he's just kind of like the leader around the clubhouse at this point. He won't play at all this coming year. He's just not going to play. Like, we got 2 left backs that we like a lot ahead of Carbajal. If the audio's weird for anybody, let me know. We can get that sorted. We scored 96 goals this year. We only had the 2nd best defense, but we scored 96 goals this year. Somebody say Luke Edwards? One of those. What things can you do to improve your finances? Signing and selling is always the key. Signing and selling is always the key to like rapid finance improvement. If you have a player that people are offering a lot of money for, it is time to start considering selling that player.
Bacon is good for me.
That's good. You're in the minority. That is good. Huge win for China against the Bhutanese U19s. I watch the Bhutan League a lot. I usually just throw it on in the background while I'm working or something. Parkman Key, no. I mean, what's the finances on it? It's a solid South Korean type deal, so no. It's one of those guys, if he was really cheap, yeah, I'd get on that train. But he ain't. Costa Rica's players, we've got a good feel for. Matias Crunchy. Got a really nice, abrupt scouting report on this guy. He plays center back? Yeah. A little short, though. A little short for the position at 5'10" for a center back. And the interest is dubious as well. He is a potential Liga NOS player. Delgado's worth a scout. The other guy's not. Richard Alonso. Okay. Daniel Jones, the Solomon Islands. The Solomon Warriors. I can't help myself. I quite literally cannot help myself. And then there's Petr Kostic, the 18-year-old Serb winger who's just like flying all over the place. I mean, Ben Kaba's free. So that dude's free. And we should just sign him. There's no reason we should waste our resources scouting him. We should just sign Ben Kaba. This guy's 250,000. Ben Kaba's literally zero. His wage demands are under 20,000. He, you know, if he comes in on the high side of this as a goalkeeper, he could challenge Carl Dahl for the backup spot. He probably won't, but sign him up for under 20,000 a year to be part of our U19s, come up through the U23s, and we'll see if we can make anything of Ben Kaba at all. You know what I'm saying? Westerland! Anton! Thank you so much for the 6 months. Congrats on your silver, and Skazel, I'm happy for you that you enjoy bacon. I'm gonna start a Bhutan save, says Alaris. That'd be a little difficult, probably. Just a little difficult. He's going to the Cesfete. Yeah, Mr. Athleticism, but that's it. He's got nothing else going on. Nothing else going on. Tommy Ruin, thank you for the prime. Welcome to the Hammers. Enjoy the bacon and the emotes. And Harold, thank you for the 14 months. And I really mean that. I really do. I really mean that. Do. So how do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about this? Smash Amina. No, dude, they want Soy Boy. Get off. Get away. Our asking price is at 225 million for Soy Boy. Stay away from Soy Boy. I will not even consider a move for Soy Boy. Talani Sabia, who I think is just a wonderful player. And he's gotten into the South African team. What are they valued at 8 million? Benshea, Pomeros, Fall, Almeida, Mosqueda. Alin Sick. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, Thomas. Sadabdul Mir just seems solid. Matthias. Value at 8.5 million. Really is an Angolan legend. That dude just plays. Let's offer out Klabinho. What interest will we have in Klabinho? That's another one I want to dangle around. Lemonho. Who's interested in a cheeky, skilled center back?
Thoughts on Nuno at Tottenham?
Any chance you could add 0.1 seconds of delay to your audio? Is it just like a little off? Okay, cool. If restarting the stream worked, then I won't change it. I know his last name is Jassim. Like when he receives the ball in the game, he's Jassim. We just call him Massage. Alrighty. Mike Ox with a sync offset of 1 millisecond. Is the Klabinho fan club included in the deal? So you're telling me 1 millisecond won't do it? Because I don't remember like how many milliseconds that is. Okay. Nurbadayev off the mark for we literally releasing you, but I am really happy you scored for them. Boysen Philander scored for South Africa. It's all coming up, Boysen. 2 players up for the Gold Cup, Melgar and Ben Kendall. We were letting go of Ben Kendall, but happy for him nonetheless. And more of our scouting reports coming back. Wow. This man is Korea incarnate. Kim. Like Rihanna. Effervescent and ubiquitous. He just goes by Kim. He does actually have a full name. That's funny. Kim and Young. Just Kim. Just Kim to you, you plebes. He is actually just over the line to where we would want to scout him. That dude be way too expensive. Ooh, Tyulson. Jose Victor, William Nascimento, Paul Lewis. It's weirdly Rosenborg. Walker's a no. Junior Steve Macau. No! Say it ain't so. I missed a TTS. It's fair. Thoughts on Nuno at Tottenham? I was kind of weird at first because he's one of those managers like Pochettino at Tottenham. Honestly, it's weird. It's kind of the same team where like he was just kind of, he was one with the club in your mind. Like their style in that club, but it was Nuno at Wolves was that. And so I do think it's weird watching him enter into a different environment and try and acclimate to that environment. Like nobody's interested in Klabinho. It's kind of funny. His value just dropped 1.5 million after we offered him out and nobody was interested. Open to speaking to other clubs. Okay. Hello? Anybody? Hello? Oh, okay. Luke Elsner, who's a fabulous coach for us. I would love if you stayed, man. I want to let you know you're an important, valued member of the staff. I don't want to lose you. Let you make your own decision. I'd be surprised if you stayed now, though. Skristua. Hi, man. I just wanted to say that I love you. I'm not going anywhere. Cool. Thanks for staying. Skristua rejects Sevilla's advances, and he is staying. John Chapua hasn't played enough. Yes. Transfer list. David Thompson. No. Gustavo Rodriguez. No.
Haven't been around much lately as I have to pretend I'm working sometimes.
Just check
Congrats on a third Liga NOS in a row.
Thank you.
Celebratory hands in the air.
Yep.
Celebratory hands in the air.
Oh, yeah.
Celebratory hands in the air.
Oh, yeah.
Celebratory hands in the air.
Oh, yeah.
Celebratory hands in the air.
Woo!
Celebratory hands in the air.
Yes!
Celebratory hands in the air.
Let's go!
Celebratory hands in the air.
Yeah!
Celebratory hands in the air.
Woo!
Celebratory hands in the air.
Yeah!
Celebratory hands in the air. Celebratory hands in the air.
Woo!
Celebratory hands in the air.
Hey!
Celebratory hands in the air.
Yo!
Celebratory hands in the air.
Woo!
Celebratory hands in the air.
Yeah!
Celebratory hands in the air. 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 Up the dragons.
Yeah! Mumbo Jumbo, thank you for the 6 months. Congrats to you, Silver Bacon. Garai, I have a friendly relationship with Fernando. I'd love to do a really long-term deal to keep Ricardo Garai at the club. How long is he under contract right now? 2033. Yeah, it's kind of time to do a deal too. I feel like this is definitely something we can do. Champions League, we win the Champions League, you get a $500,000 bonus. Oh, Chester with the tier 3.
I had my hands up for none of that. What are you gonna do about it? Kappa.
Be offended, dude. I'm gonna be offended. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a promising start to discussions. Well, then, you know, move. Yeah, let's go. I like that deal. 1.48 million, 5-year contract for Ricardo Garai. I like that deal. I really like that deal. Borges. I want to get a feel for the interest level here. We'll throw out the initial offer for Enrique Borges. I have my hands up for none of that, and you know what? I can't pretend that I don't care. I do. I care a lot. Wang Sha. Gotta love that 4% scouted, so we know absolutely nothing. Only one squad member is playing their club soccer outside Guatemala, and that's our boy, Carlos Melgar. 22 squad members play outside of Jamaica. Youngest squad is Costa Rica. The U.S. have the most international goals between them. ODFC players James Ovalle, Billy Herrera, and good old Victor Navarro are headed to the Gold Cup as well. Should be fun. Always love a good international tournament, you know. Juan Manuel Marin. Fortunately, you want an actual wage. Very frustrating. You keep pitching me Vasily Panin. I'm not going to sign Vasily Panin for $4 million a year. Duncan Casipe. Jacob Peterson. God, this one is asking for $120,000 a year. At that age, I mean, if he was asking for, 40 to 50, we'd probably put an offer down now, add him to the U19s, and see what happens. Plenty of leverage if you need to sell high. Exactly. I like a 5-year deal. Plenty of leverage if you want to sell high. And he keeps improving. He's resolute. He's a good influence in the locker room. He likes the club. He wanted a new contract to begin with. We talked him out of it so he could negotiate at our leisure and didn't have the pressure to accept. Heritage! 5 gifted subs, dude. Revon, Wolk, Emeth, Levin, and Chizzy Store. Welcome to the Hammers. Just like that. Bada bang, bada boom. You know what I'm saying? Bada bang, bada hey. Teratai, thank you for the 6 gifted. Dude, you threw that other gifted sub around and you're like, screw it, I'm going big. Van Gunderson, welcome to the Hammers as well. Thank you for the 6 gifted subs. My lad. Alexi Renteria. Well, that's definitely a scouting trip worth taking. And then the American Sean Ball at loan, or on loan at Atlanta United from Liverpool, which is just a hilariously realistic situation. Is Sean Ball actually good? It's one for the philosophers. Yeah, it was compensation 0. It was just wage demand that was too high. Tiberius. It was just wage demand. One just didn't scratch the itch, dude. I feel you. You just made 6 people's days instead of 1. So that's really the way to throw it around. Kaba close to signing. Cool. Clabinho didn't attract any offers. Stalling. Yeah, Ben Kaba. Welcome to the club. There's nobody interested in Clabinho. A man that we signed for free. That we firmly believe is a high quality player. It's just like nobody knows he exists or something. Like there's just nobody around him as a player. Same can be said probably for He Shin. Babasso, really? Now you want a new contract to reflect your improved importance in the team. I don't want this to be ugly, Walter, but we don't have anybody that can talk you out of this. You got plenty of time remaining on your current deal right now. Oh my god, that worked. Thank goodness. I've never seen that work before. May not react well to being offered out to other clubs and would prefer to stay at Oriental Dragon, but is open to speaking to other clubs. So let's transfer list him, but I don't want to offer him out. He's open to speaking to other clubs, exploring a move. Let's put that down and let's look. Let's look around. Let's look around. You know? Let's just a little bit, okay? Just a little bit of that. Wow, they just dropped 70 million. Vladimir Augustos come in. I'm so happy that worked. Jeez. Asking price immediately attracting some interest in the player. So let's go 20 million. And you would be offended if I offered you out now? Yeah. We've got him on the transfer list, and we got him on the transfer list for 20 million. You come in, you get Big Walter. He's an Australian national team legend. He plays every single game for the Socceroos, you know. Yeah, he's just not good enough anymore. And he's been a great captain for a couple of years. He's lifted a couple of league cups, you know. He's lifted a couple of league titles. He hasn't lifted a league cup, actually. Linking me with the Barcelona job. I'm committed to Oriental Dragon. Nothing's changed. I'm flattered, obviously, by Barcelona's interest, but we're building a winning program at Oriental Dragon. We're building a winning mentality. We're building a winning club. And so that's what's important. We're building a winning team, and we know we're ready for that. All right, we need to feel out He Shin on the transfer list as well. There's some beloved guys that just aren't quite there. Glad to be part of an elite online gaming community who will intimidate players and want better contracts. Cerna's gotten pretty good at it. Not interested in Barcelona job. Take that. Montpellier are interested in the player. For how much? What's your unspecified interest in He Shin? We're on a transfer list, start to track some of that interest in Yiga. I really like Edgar Zuniga. Felipe Morera, honestly, if you paid me like $1 million, I would sell a B team player for that amount of money. Morera, no. Okay. 10 days until the signings join the club as well, as we begin to negotiate departures from some beloved players. When you played FM for the first time in your life, around 2014, where can I find the salary comparison? You go to competitions, stats, team detailed, and then it's at the bottom. Competitions, stat, team detailed, and then it's at the bottom. Ooh. Elsner. Yeah, so Elsner didn't leave either. People love working here. I don't know what to say. Gaetano Bruno is on loan from Roma. He would not be easy to wedge away from Roma. He's a 5'9", dude. He has 6 jumping reach. He's basically a ball-winning midfielder, which he can do fine. He is okay at it, but he is not versatile in that sense. Joe Connor, who's been playing in China. Can't imagine that's good for, like, the development. Ishin, $14 million offer from Thessaloniki. His interest is still in Montpellier. I mean, honestly, if you came in with like 21 million hard set Thessaloniki, I'd accept the offer. We could take Hishin, move him on, and maybe he would want to go to Thessaloniki. I honestly I don't think so. I don't think he was going to accept that one anyways. Despite the offer from Thessaloniki, he wants the offer from Montpellier to be down. There's a strong Chinese influence in the French league. A couple of the really good Chinese players play there that he plays with in the national team. We got an offer down. Oh, it wasn't Hishin. I was really hoping it was Hishin. What is the offer? It's a soy boy offer. We have drummed up significant interest in our boy. Look, 17 million, just hard set it, okay? Eileen Granger, 60,000 for Soy Boy. Does that look like 212 million to you? I don't think so. It's like they're not even paying attention. Cerna's not going to be able to talk him out of it. These guys don't know each other. Herrera, what's up? Finances were right on the deal. I need 500,000. Okay, well, I need 350. Nope, I need 250. Wow. Okay. Hope nobody puts an offer in. Is that it? Is that Hishin? Yeah. Bam, end of an era. I know. We are going to take it. We do not know if he is going to accept the contract. They would definitely pay him more than we are right now, and we're not going to re-up the contract with Hishin. This doesn't make sense, especially with the rise of Tulani Sabia. I wouldn't salute the Shiniesta just yet. He's given 5 incredible years to this club, Shiniesta. He's been in and around the first team for all 5 of those years, making appearances, playing in big games. Thoughts on the Odegaard signing? I think it's solid. I'm surprised they only paid 40 million. It's one of those things where I thought they were going to end up paying more. That the drawer. Pauk also offered you. Pauk Thessaloniki is the only team that offered me 17 million. A couple other clubs said they would pay a lot less in order to get him. So that was the thing. Milan Levakovic. There are some really good Serbs floating around. Okay, Mensa wants to stay. Isgren linked with a switch to Atletico. They really do need a center back, and you know what? 90 million is my asking price. He's an outstanding player. Martin Casino. No, we're not going to do a loan this early. We don't know how our team's going to fall yet. What's this? Isgren. There's a deal to be made. It has to be right for the club. I won't rule anything out, but they haven't approached us. You know, they haven't done anything with that, so I think now we start to explore the world of Kevin Barrientos transfers. Birmingham City is a Premier League team right now. They definitely have the money to reach our threshold of 50 million for Big Kev. Does not look like they're going to reach that, at least initially. Garay has signed the deal. 5-year deal worth nearly $8 million for Ricardo Garay. Huge. Benjamin Albert is on loan. It's a shame. It's the only reason he was at a club that we did not recognize and had never heard of. Jonathan Karabale. Oh. Yover, no. Hamel Amrani, sure. Nope. They're asking for a boatload of money for that guy. That Cypriot fullback, he's like not very good, but they are just asking for a crazy amount of money. All right, this is gonna hurt, chat, but I think what we need to do in order to stir this up for Kevin and cash in is I think we need to do this. I don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. I would like to see how much money he wants. I want to see how much money he wants. Be reasonable now. That's reasonable. The issue is more the star player and less the money. We just can't do that. We really just can't do. We can't do star player for this guy. Not with Duarte. Not with Dindane. Not with Almeida. Not with Jalmaya. There's so many center backs in the pipeline. We can't do it. He's transfer listed. One of our team leaders. One of our team leaders on that transfer list. That hurts and it's weird. But, you know, needed to happen. Expired right now. You guys should join us. You'd be great. These are guys from the U20 World Cup that did not have a club, and now we add them in. Yassine Ruiz, hello. And it's a lot of Japanese dudes, a few other guys as well. Danny Shaw and some random dude I don't recognize. TTS didn't go through. What was there, like a donation that didn't Harold, I appreciate the $2.14, by the way. That extra, you know, I know. Hi, Vistigal, thank you for the 2 months of the Twitch Prime. Everyone knows where the Big Apple is, but nobody knows where the Mini Apple is. Appreciate the 2 months. How am I reading it? I'm gonna go B- on that. I'm gonna go B- on that. I don't think it was like really awful, but it definitely was not like good. You know? Okay, all these Japanese dudes, pretty buns. Yoshitake. Daiki Ueda, no. Joseph Ipu, no. Danny Shaw, who was the guy I had the highest hopes for. He was like starting for, I think it was Australia, but obviously that didn't pan out. I liked it. I mean, that's the thing. Everybody's got their own opinions in there. Didn't get a notification. Fuming is an understatement. Oh, don't worry, man. You'll have the edited episode up in a couple of days. You'll have the stream up on the YouTube soon enough as well. I do not have an ODFC shirt. I thought it was special. It's not. It wasn't as special as JJ Min, the Visticle, but I you know, what is, right? Wow, okay. Sampdoria would only pay 17, or wait, Espanyol would pay 17. Sampdoria would pay 12. Celtic would pay 10. Salzburg, Bournemouth, Cagliari, Sheffield, Napoli are scared away by the wage. Would need to reduce their payroll. And then Genk, Birmingham, Southampton, and Ajax look like the teams that could go in for him. That's why Ajax Birmingham, sitting in a Chinese club, Zhongzhou Guozhen Sainty, is also involved in the Barrientos sweepstakes. We'll lower the asking price to 55. We'll fire out again. Loan players to return. Bakari Dindane. You might just have a future here, Bakari. Into the Ivorian national team at 19 as a reliable center back option. I do love him so. Boniface Ali. Solomon Islands golden generation has been a bit of a letdown. This guy is definitely worth picking up, though. He is completely free on the compensation. His wage demands are low. We'll throw in a salary after reaching 10 club league games that is like a reasonable salary. And he'll be like, dude, really? Actually, Musa Torre over here, who I apparently am friends with. Smart guy. Dusan Jeric. Not the best of the Serbs we've seen. You're certainly not. We finally found the bad Serbian players. They had to be hiding somewhere. Dauda Kone, no. Roger Diallo, no. Jean Aristasabal is headed to Sporting already, but might as well find out if he's good. You are not bad. Raymond Shivambu is bad. Orlov, Marshall, James Bell, Leon Belcher, Danny Van Leerorp. Oh, New Zealand. So bad. So bad. I'm gonna have a word with Mr. Twitch. Let me just get Twitch on the old telephone here and I'll get him I'll get him to admit all their wrong. We'll make this right. Let me just get him on the phone and we'll make this right. Okay, if we get him on the phone, we'll make this right. We get him on the phone, we'll make it right. We'll figure it out. Lazar Pavlovich was the other guy we were juggling, trying to move a few midfielders around. Looks like Lamine Falls kind of won the midfielder sweepstakes. He's still hanging out. Pavlovich hurts, though. I don't know if I want to... I don't know if I'd be okay with that. I don't think you'll get anything higher than 30, 35 for Kevin. Watch me whip and nay-nay, my dude. Watch me whip and nay-nay. In that order. As white as humanly possible. I will do that. Let's take a look at our transfer listed buds. Clabinho is attracting literally no interest at all, which is just impressive. Just a weird player, man. Like, is he good? Yeah, he's kind of good, but also is he bad? He's unavailable for loan. We are talking transfer listed Walter Mabasso, okay? He's never had big money interest in him. We've got the $17 million bid on Hishin right now, which I think is honestly pretty fair, probably. He's a vision merchant. That's it. And PAOK Thessaloniki's the team that is interested in him putting the money down. Can I talk to him? Is in the transfer contract thing. Like I should be able to talk to him somewhere. I don't know. What I do need to do is go find Arlen Clayton. Dang it. I like that top target thing right now. Transfer tab. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Longer stream today because you're not streaming on Thursday? No, well, I usually don't stream on Wednesday. I just moved it so that I can do work stuff all day Thursday. That's why I moved it. But it's still the same deal. I think Pavlovich has a future at ODFC. Give him one more season. He is 19. He's in the Serbian national team. He clearly has the quality. Good. Mascara speaks good Portuguese. We like that. Real interest. We need the offer to go on to the table, you know. We need the offer to go on to the table. Is working hard, developing a U19 Chinese national team player. We like that. Is there a video out tomorrow? Yeah, there's a video out tomorrow. It'll be a Reese edit, and then it'll be an IL edit after that. Armand Roberts. Already headed to Red Bull Salzburg, actually. Oh, hello, Ali Hanoun.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo. What is up, my homie? That's fine. That's fine. All right, cool. How you doing, Chris? I appreciate the 3 months. What is up, my home slice? How are you doing today? Dario Castillo, the Costa Rican wing. He gets a lot of time with Costa Rica. I want to scout him, man. I mean, he's such an interesting athlete, Dario Castillo, and now he's broken into getting that experience with the team, the big old team there. I think Abdul Karim Toure, keeping him around to keep working. I think that makes sense. A Eurowath, there is always a bucket of people interested in Emmanuel Eurowath, man. Hey, somebody's interested in frickin' Jason Cerna. First time ever. Wouldn't react well to being offered out to clubs. So that would be because we currently have an active promise not to sell him. cool. Very cool. You know, very neato. Just gonna wait on that. And Mabasso, he doesn't want to be offered out. He would not react well to that. There were interested clubs that wanted to come in and... Oh, I just clicked it. Oh, my God.
There's been a red card, but for who, Chris Kamara?
Me. Definitely for me. All right. And boom. Pop goes the weasel. We have to get Mabasso off the team. I know it's a maybe. Maybe he doesn't get upset. Maybe it'll all be okay that we just accidentally offered him out when we were just trying to change his asking price. Maybe it'll be all right. Maybe it'll be fine. I accidentally offered out Mabasso when it could possibly anger him when I just wanted to change his asking price. That is what happened. It literally was an administrative error. Oh, wait! It worked! Look at the news article. Dortmund, 15.5 for Mabasso. I'm a genius. I am a genius. You got offers. We're fine, chat. We are fine. Is never worried. 15.5 million from Mabasso from Mönchengladbach. Not Dortmund, but Mönchengladbach. Interest in Pavlovic is thought to be high at 32.5 million, with Inter, Hibs, and Roma being the interested parties. Okay. We need to decide if we're going to take that money. He actually wasn't upset. Does he... Now he would be unsettled if I didn't... What is... He would be unsettled if I didn't let him speak to Borussia Mönchengladbach. He would actually go play with Poulet Matty Magne. Weird little connection to one of the boys, you know? How is he 70% scouted now? These guys were 90% scouted before. What are you doing here? Joaquin Gallego. He's 16 years old. His potential is great. Lighthearted is fine. Unflap. Oh, wait a second there. Holy baby. Holy child. Unflappable is the best media handling personality you can have. Sweet baby Jesus in the manger. We need this. We need this now. Oh, 2.1 million. How much did you want as a wage? It's a little high, bud. Little high, but Joaquin Gallego, he's 16, which means this potential is probably low. Right, he's 16. He turns 17 soon-ish. He's got unflappable, which means he's got really, really good professionalism, which is possible on lighthearted, but you don't know on lighthearted. Right, and then we have Sergio Lima, who we know has this great potential. And he's determined and reserved, which is also awesome. What are they doing in Uruguay right now? And I want some. I mean, seriously. What are they doing in Uruguay right now? I want all of the smoke. Friendly per league appearance, get that off there. International appearance will go up to 500,000, and you should be okay with that. Feel good about that? Yep. 2.5 million up front for Sergio Lima and Joaquin Gallego, two 16-year-old Uruguayans we found at the U20 World Cup. Hey, mama. The referee just went to the VAR on my red card. Chris Kamara just missed that. It's understandable. It's kind of his thing. Serbia's U21s still at it in the U21 European Championship, which of course is the next thing I'm going to scout to the heavens. Beautiful. A couple of just fabulously professional 16-year-old Uruguayans. We would love to just make a part of our club. He already tries killer balls, attempts those long-range passes. He's just going to be a great passer, man. He's going to be a great passer. He's going to be a great passer. They're both mildly inconsistent, which is just one of those, like, really? We're taking the Mabasso deal, and he will negotiate a contract with them, I have no doubt, and it will be, it will be the end of Walter Mabasso's journey with ODFC, a player that we paid $300,000 for to sign ahead of the end of his contract to bring him over from Australia. We signed him on an end of contract, paid actual real money to get him over, and this guy joins us when our new stadium is built. So this is your agent is terrible. He didn't even, I just completely bullied him. Sergio, you should probably work on that. $2.5 million deal for promising midfielder Sergio Lima. Hey, look at Canada. Goodness. He had a miserable game due to his inability to win headers, but Canada won 3-0. So they do have Canada actually has good players. They just don't have any center backs. For whatever reason, they don't have any center backs. So yeah, those are some poverty. He'll be on a less than 100,000 a week until he is 21. I mean, obviously, if he starts to really pan out, we'll look to renegotiate a deal at that point. But it's pretty seriously surprising how low that deal was able to be. Kevin's going to require some patience and a team panicking in need of a center back. Atletico Madrid being one of them. They were rumored to be interested at 45 million. We're trying to get the 55 million. The thing that is great for Kevin is not only he's a solid player at the world-class level as a center back. What he also has going for him is that he has a really good run of form going into this kind of off season. Hey, Thune, I just got $575,000 for a B team player. Cool. And he wanted to leave. Get out of here, Felipe. Shoo. Update on Lamine Mendez. He's just hammering away at Juventus, doing his thing. He saw him, popping up on the Portuguese national team. He was getting caps, which is good. See, that's also not a surprise. Guatemala with a big 3-0 over Guyana. Any talented youngsters? No. No talented youngsters on Guyana? Unfortunate. Can it, bro? Yeah, any injury changes somebody's attributes, Yelly. Any injury. Bad injury, I mean, JJ Min's pace went down 2+ when he broke his leg. I mean, like, it went down 2+. All right, let's just have a week of training, and then we'll get some training camp matches going. Victoria Pilsen's around? What is that about? Multiple friendly matches. Ingolstadt's Grither Firth is there. Cool. Similar Pilsen's the only similar. Banik Ostrov, and the final training camp match will be let's change this up. Okay, let's go not Pilsen, but there should be like somebody else, and we can play Pilsen on the final. Why? What? Yeah, we'd be paying like $40,000 to be able to schedule that. Schedule those 3 friendlies though, and then let's get one more friendly in, and that's where we want to put Victoria Pilsen. And we'll do multiple friendlies. They haven't scheduled the new season yet, so I don't know how far out to schedule after that, but let's just get those friendlies set up. We know we're ready to rock. Our preseason, our trip to Bavaria with the first team with the lads. Be fun. Feeling average, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Welcome to the Hammers. My dude, enjoy the bacon, enjoy the emotes, you know, and just enjoy being part of an elite online gaming community. It's not a huge wall of players joining us, but we do know we have some good players joining us. Garrido, oh yeah, a $2,000 transfer saga right at the top of the pops here. Joaquin Gallego, looks like your agent's a little bit better. Wow, my clicking form is bad, dude. What is that? I mean, the deal's fine. It's got the little escalators in it. It'll be up at around 270,000 by the time it's over, but God, dude, what is that? I just, like, that's the second horrific accidental click that I have had. Instant accept. Oh, he is signing with them. Our little magic man, Ishin. The little magic man, Shiniesta, who is inspired for 5 years with his brilliant technique and his vision, and he's just a unique player. A unique player. We signed for 400,000 from União de Madeira. And he played at least 10 matches in every season. And he scored some absolute screamers. And we will we'll go find it. We'll go find those goals. He scored some absolute screamers. And he played a wonderful role in this team for 5 years as the Vision Merchant, the first and only and forever Vision Merchant, Ishin. The salutes in the chat. Hishin has been sold to Pau Thessaloniki. It's the end of an era. Shiniesta is gone. He will always be remembered. He's not a saint, but boy was he a good player, man. Boy was he a good player. He's a real fun player. Hishin is a Rio Ave, 77th minute. Let's find his goal. There was a goal that Hishin scored that was absolutely ridiculous. And I don't know, you know, which one it ends up being here. No, this is just him coming into the box. Look at him there. A beautiful lad. Was it back in the good old days with Jason Sweeney and Nelly Salazar and Pereira scoring buckets of goals? A la Amara in the score sheet in this season. Portilla had a hat trick. Zhou Zhong, the Chinese Messi, was still here. And we had a Haitian goal against Boa Vista. There was one. Oh wait, you found it already. I'm hallucinating. It's literally in the chat. I'm just being an idiot. I'm being a sentimental idiot. It's already in the chat. I posted it. Just shut me up here. Let's get a good playback quality. That's 1080. Looks weird. It was weirdly enough, I think it was actually the game I was about to click on. I think it was the game I was about to click on. It was that Boa Vista game. It literally was. It was this game. We might as well just watch it, like, you know, live now. Because it was literally this game. We can watch it in full HD. And we can get those different angles. Look at this goal. Oh, it might be my favorite goal of the save. I lost my mind when he scored it. That they have a finisher's touch to clean things up when they kind of back-to-back hat tricks. Oh. It's that kind of just like, it's such an incredible hit. It's just, he has really high technique, and players with really high technique can score goals like this. Just... oh my God, you can't even imagine what the Carlos Salema was like when Shin was crushing it in his prime like that, dude. You can't even imagine how loud the Carlos Salema was for that. One of the fan favorites. Shin, one of our top jersey sellers, of course, as well, a star of the Chinese national team. Which, of course, we continue to look for stars of the Chinese national team, but yeah. Whew. It's a steamy one. Maybe I'll learn to play this game since I'm here. I mean, you might as well, right? You might as well. All right. Boom. Small reputation boost. Cool, cool, cool. We are still way down here, but we're a full 4-star team. You know, our reputation moves a little slower than your club ranking there. So, fun. Yeah, this is just get the scouting report on Manuel Guardiol. We'll keep an eye on him. Potential, as always, look good on him and Gustavo Herrera. We don't have a good feel for how good my boy Gustavo actually is. So, Chief Dr. Ivo Araujo's retired, and Ariana Nobrega has joined us now as our Chief Doctor, which is fun. And Carolinen is now a homegrown player. He's an ODFC homegrown star. God, what a player. A freaking player. What a freaking player, man. He's right there. That is something, isn't it? And Mabasso's set to do a deal. We have nobody interested in Clabinho, Yikesville. And then Barrientos is the big money move of the summer, hopefully. We'll see. The other guy we wanted to offer out real quick was Keminani. Offer in, and he's gone just like that, please. Poor favor. Did not happen. We should put Lamine Keminani on the transfer list, though. He does not have a future at this club. We need to look to move him. How'd the cup go? We won. ODFC Twitter is not on fire tonight. What's ODFC Twitter saying, man? ODFC Twitter's not active right now. I feel you. Sergio Lima. Ladies and gentlemen, not one. Sergio Lima, $2.5 million for a 16-year-old. Big future investment there. An end of contract for Basiro Fofana, the winger, is set. And then we got an offer in from St. Gallen for Lamine Fall. They're really big on the loan there. Kemenani, interest is thought to be high. Okay, let's put it at, 15 million. Let's see if he just played for Mali, and maybe that's what's going on. The interest is high, but it's not that high, Zealand. It's 10 million and on the transfer list for Lamine Kemenani. Malian striker is just not good enough for us. Okay, guys, we've hit the hard stop. Please read this message for the text and accent. Oh, wait. We hit the hard stop, but I do want to see where Yossi Gendi is. We had the player look up. He's at Maccabi Tel Aviv, and he's been playing well, but not super well, and made 10 appearances for the Israeli national team. So a bit of a flame out for our boy, but he has won the league a couple of times. He's bagged a bunch of trophies playing with Maccabi Tel Aviv. He's been good, just not a very regular starter for them, but he's essentially not gone back to Europe. All right, now Yossi Gendi did not realize his potential in a lot of ways. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. Next stream is on Friday because we streamed today instead of tomorrow, so I appreciate those of y'all that could make it today, so that tomorrow's full for work. And then Friday, we will be checking out the players that are coming into the squad, kicking off preseason, and getting into the meat of the Mabasso decision, getting into the meat of a Barrientos move. Do we move Pavlovic? How much can we get for Lamine Kemenani, trying to get him back out of the club's payroll? The video will be coming out tomorrow. I know I've said that a couple days now, but the video will actually be coming out tomorrow. So excited about that. And we are headed to raid a person. And then Cultaholic is this person. I don't really know who they are exactly, but they are the second biggest Football Manager stream at the moment. So we're gonna head over. Get your lead messages ready, lads. Oh, it's follower only. Nope. How long does it take? You need to be a follower of Cultaholic to chat. Honestly drives me insane. They're a media company. Okay, we'll do it. You have to follow to be able to spam. So if you don't like them, then you can just unfollow. But it looks like you like them. It looks fun. They look like they're hanging out, They're vibing. League 2 Bants or something. Something's up. You know what I'm saying? They're wrestling YouTube. I don't know. But what I do know, chat, is that we're going to come in with some explosive energy and we are going to rock their socks off. That's what I do know. So let's rock their socks. Come on. See you on Friday. Woo! Keep it easy, breezy, and beautiful, baby. Baby. This song is called Script Kitty by Harris Heller.